What's up, everyone, and welcome to the Anime Izakaya Podcast, Week 8 of the Fall 2019 season. On this show, we'll be discussing the current season of anime airing every week. I'm your host, David, and joining me on the panel today, we have Stren.
Hello.
And next up, we have Brian.
Yo, 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 yo!
And finally, we have Ku.
Hello, brothers.
All right, so this week, we kind of have a smaller group. A lot of people couldn't make it today. We're also recording on a Monday night instead of our usual Sunday, so we'll be fine though. We'll get through this. But since Sasha and Peter aren't here this week, again, no One Piece.
R.I.P.
Sad face.
My pirates.
So
I keep caring about the pirates.
So hopefully next week we'll have them get us caught up on One Piece, and we're just gonna head right away to My Hero Academia. So this episode, I'd say like the first half would probably be the investigation, and then leading up straight to the raid. I'm just gonna say this real quick. You know, the rule of TV is that anytime you have a police raid, it never works out.
Yeah.
So I expect, shit to go down badly.
Yeah. I mean, already it doesn't seem like it went well because they already noticed them, and it just started.
I was just gonna say, like, you had like the group, like. You had everyone like group up outside the police station, like a bunch of these heroes and like riot police, like ready.
Not catch you, by the way.
Like, I don't know
just
how like,
hanging out in front of the door, man.
They were just there just because they felt like it,
Yeah,
They gotta be professional with their work, okay?
They were in the neighborhood.
You have to ring the doorbell first, and then you can go.
They're honorably announcing their presence before they ran down the door.
Yeah. Well,
Dude,
technically, the other people ended up running down the door, but you know.
Yeah.
But dude, I thought that at first there was a spy in a group. That's how they knew that they were coming. And then the next scene is just basically them from the headquarters. It's like, oh shit. What kind of undercover operation is this?
Well, yeah, all that work to be secret, and then he's like, you know what? Let's just group up for this and just let everybody know something's happening.
Yep.
Well, it's funny too, because last week, Ku and Sasha were complaining about like Night Eye, and then because he uses his quirk, and then the other guy is like, "Oh, you actually did use your quirk. I thought you said you shouldn't use it."
Yeah, right.
So I thought that was kind of funny, like in retrospect to our conversation last week.
It's came in. The guy came in the clutch, even though it made no sense from the previous episode.
It doesn't make sense because he's supposedly a really well-known hero, right? So wouldn't that guy recognize him if he just went up to his face like, "Hey, buddy, I got one of those too."
Well, I think Night Eye mainly just works in the background, so I don't know if he's actually in the front lines too much.
No, if you're the sidekick of, or you was a sidekick of All Might, I'm pretty sure you're pretty well known.
Yeah.
Right.
But dude, there's no posters of Night Eye, man. Nobody sees him. It's always just All Might.
Damn. I mean, you've got a bunch of like Deku's running around, like, oh yeah, I know what this hero does, I know what that hero does. I mean, eventually someone's gonna know who you are.
Is it a bunch of Deku's, or is it just Deku's the special case?
I mean, no, it's not just Deku, because they've shown throughout the series like everyone looks up to All Might. Like Bakugo looks up to All Might, and like Todoroki, he looked up to, like, when he was a kid, he looked up to All Might too.
Mm-hmm.
So
okay, I take back what I said.
So
thanks, guys.
So in this case, you're not the only crazed All Might fan, friend.
I feel it's okay. I still feel love.
I think this episode they mentioned that like they don't think that the League of Villains aren't there, but like I don't know, I feel like.
But all the research they've been doing, you think that they would know.
Maybe they're not in the headquarters, but I just have a high likely chance that if anything happens to the Hasaikai, like the League of Villains just got to show up to bail them out.
Okay, so what are the enemies that they're facing now? What are they called again? They ate something?
They ate the Hasai group.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. So far, they all look pretty lame.
Jeez.
I don't know, dude. When you got a big ass dude just busting on a door and almost killing like 4 people, that's pretty.
They're cops. Who cares?
You're right. You're right.
This is the world of heroes.
Because you're a hero doesn't mean that you have priority over other people. Okay, Shred?
Okay.
Jesus.
Yeah, I like how they keep making like emphasizing that in the show, where it's just like, just because they're cops, they could do stuff, and they're just telling themselves that. It's like, okay, guys, they're pretty much useless.
I'm pretty sure they have quirks too, and they don't seem like the.
David, you're telling me that the centipede guy that does PowerPoint can't make a what is it? The thing where they basically like where they can rush in. I'm blanking.
A warrant?
Yes. You tell me he can't do that? You telling me you need a quirkless cop to do that?
Is that a PowerPoint or is that a warrant, sir? That's two different things. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Centipede can't handle that.
Yeah.
Nope.
Dude, I actually was not I was not expecting him to actually be there.
The
I was like,
on the
Yeah.
steakhouse.
I was like,
Yeah.
well, that destroys our whole entire last episode about the conversation with him.
I mean, it was a joke, anyways. It's fine.
I know, but it was still fun.
Yeah, but they didn't really show much like the 8 bullets. Although in the preview they show like that little guy that's like straight up, like injecting
I hate
himself
that
with a
guy.
drug.
Dude, that
Yeah.
guy's gonna be the final boss before the pre-final boss, dude. He's gonna just inject himself full of steroids and then just go
Yeah.
ape shit.
It kind of reminds me of like Bioshock with like everyone injecting himself with like the whatever that liquid it's called or the drug is called, but instead of like psychic powers, everyone just gets like super
Well,
like bugged up.
I mean,
bugged up.
I don't think he's gonna be the final guy, considering we just saw him in the preview.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
I'm just taking a wild guess.
They said I think all 8 are in the headquarters. I think they're just there, just
Yeah,
Yep, they're there.
they're pretty much just
buy
gonna be
time.
there to slow him down while they
Yeah.
transport.
Because you have like all the like or a lot of heroes on this raid too. So
Mhm. Was
Yeah.
anyone else disappointed that Dragon
Was
kinda
only a dragon.
was kind of an ugly dragon? Like I was
Oh.
expecting something pretty hot.
jeez.
Dude, she was actually decent looking before she transformed, right? And then after she transformed,
agree.
we're just like, what the fuck just happened?
Hey man, this show never fails to break normal standards. All right.
Right?
That is true. I was actually honestly, I was just like fairly disappointed. I'm like, really, is this all you can do? And you're like the top 10 like heroes. I'm thinking, well, these top 10 heroes must be pretty bad.
Way to judge a
I mean-
book by its cover, Shren.
Yeah,
She's
we
pretty
haven't seen
strong.
her.
What
are you talking
full
about?
power,
Who's the
man.
one that
We
said
just
that
saw
she
her
looks-
transform.
Well,
No, I didn't- I
Who's
didn't-
being shallow on her appearance?
I didn't hate on her
You're-
power. I'm just hating on her appearance. There's a
Yeah.
difference.
Okay. Well, I mean, at first, okay. First, like turning into a dragon, it looks pretty cool, but it's just like you got to do something more than that. It just reminds me
Well,
of like
I mean, the raid just started, so
yeah, that's fair.
She better have a second evolution. Just saying.
Listen, man. Let's
Okay.
be honest. Being able to transform into a dragon is a pretty big deal. Like, imagine you can breathe fire, you can fly, you can do all this cool stuff that a dragon can do.
Bro, she doesn't
we
even
don't know
look
if
like
she
a dragon.
we don't know if she breathes fire yet.
She looks like a
I
failed
mean-
experiment.
Jesus.
I'm
Oh,
just
okay.
assuming
you
that
have
if you
two
can turn
haters over here.
I mean, no, it's like I said, it's cool that she's turning into a dragon, but I'm hoping for more.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. I have high, I have high expectations of these heroes.
All right, so I wonder, like, because we're almost like reaching towards the end of the fall season. So I wonder if they're at end like the first half of just like this raid. I'm assuming the raid's gonna fail. So I wonder if the rest of the episode is just gonna be this raid, and then the second part of the season is just gonna be like the actual fight against Chisaki.
Yeah, I'm thinking at the end of the season, like it's because they're already like hinting like towards like the end of the episode that like they already know and they're gonna get that girl out of there. So I just assume like, well, it's gonna be one of those where it's just like maybe next time, and then they run away, take the girl, everybody's depressed, and then they get back into it. That's my thoughts.
I don't know.
So like everybody here, who thinks that they're actually gonna be able to rescue the girl?
Then again, like the show like usually does a good job of subverting expectations. So I guess
That is true.
something could happen. Like they could actually be successful.
Yeah.
But I just have a feeling because we know it, like that people say this is like one of the best. It's just the expectation of the manga readers. Like, people are saying it's one of the best arcs, and like we still have a whole like second half of the season. So I just don't expect things to wrap up that smoothly.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
I'm still expecting that they save the girl, but someone's gonna die in the process.
You think they're gonna save her like right now?
Yep.
Oh damn. Okay.
When it's
If
also
a hero,
done, you're gonna be
if a
able to
hero
save her.
actually, if a hero actually dies from like this raid, actually that'd be pretty dark
First.
for this series.
Yeah.
Even though because you see villains dying, but you don't really see like the heroes.
Well, we've seen a few like villains die, but like most of them have been captured.
That's just literally what I just said, Strand. Okay.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Yeah, I think the only one that died was Death Stranding, right? Or not Death Stranding.
Stain or not Stain?
So Stan didn't die.
God, that
The magnetism person.
I forgot his name now too. Like,
The magnet guy?
was
Oh,
he the
what's
magnet
Stain?
guy?
I don't know. It's the one that overhaul blew up.
Yeah, I know
Kenji?
that. I
That's the
still
only one I'm
remember his-
picturing. I don't remember anybody else.
No. The one that kind of invoked everyone to join the League of Villains. That said only All Might was a true hero.
That's Stain.
Yeah, Stained, right? Didn't he die? I'm pretty sure
No,
he
he
died.
he was just captured.
Oh wait, no, he did
Stain
that.
died.
Right, yeah.
Wait, did he
died.
die?
Oh, that's right.
he
Yeah,
died
'cause-
because he was screaming that
Yeah.
only All Might could kill him, and then his heart just got died. He just
Oh,
died.
I
Yeah.
don't
yeah,
remember
I
any
forgot
of
all about
this.
that. Yeah, shit.
Okay.
Yeah. So Stain did die. Okay, so
Yeah,
fairly big
'cause
one.
He was screaming that, and then literally everybody around him froze in fear, and then he
Yeah.
just died.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I don't remember any of this. Okay.
That man.
Yeah, I
that
forgot
man
all about
was
that.
villain.
Yeah,
Some
and Stain
fans
was
you
my
guys turned out to be.
and Stain was my favorite
It was
villain.
such a- I don't remember details from such a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
That was a pretty iconic moment, David.
It
Come on.
was pretty iconic. That's basically when shit hit the fan. Like honestly. But yeah, I mean, I don't think any heroes died yet. So I feel
like,
like it's
if-
the hero's turn to take a dive or take a
The-
hit.
Well, I
Big
mean,
hit.
like if they do, that'd be like a iconic moment for the series, just like because
Mhm.
it's never been this dark before.
That's true.
Yeah.
But
Is
I'm
this,
still
is this a
my
season
money's
where
still
All
on
Might
All Might.
dies?
I'm saying it's All Might. It's gotta be.
Is this
All Might
the
will never
season
die.
where we see him actually
No, man, fuck you.
pass away?
Bro, they've been foreshadowing this shit forever.
I
Even
know,
like,
right?
even that eye was like, "Oh, you're gonna die a gruesome death." Like, is that
Dude.
that's not a death trigger or death
Dude.
leg?
They're
Well,
flying
even-
again too hard, man.
even,
Usually
like,
when they
I'm
push
pretty
too
sure
much.
I'm pretty sure it's like the second season too. Like all they were saying like, oh yeah, I've got to teach like Midoriya all this before I die, or before it's too late. Blah blah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know. Like, they're pushing almost too hard for the death flag, or just like the flag in general.
You think it's a bait?
I mean, I hope so.
Ain't no bait.
But I don't know. Like a lot of the things like that I've thought was going to happen in Hero Academia did not happen, which is actually like I mean good because it's they're like how you mentioned earlier, David, that it's
Yeah.
not like following the same like shonen. Yeah,
It's good. It's a good show for subverting expectations.
yeah. So I have no fucking clue. I'm hoping it doesn't happen.
We shall
No,
see.
It's definitely gonna happen.
Yeah, sure. Dude,
I mean,
I'm just,
what other gruesome person do you think could kill All Might?
dude, if that happens, I'm just gonna walk out my door, basically go to the top of the roof, just take a deep breath.
All
And then
Might's
go back in
life
my room.
ends, so does mine.
Yep.
Oh my no! Why did you have to go? Take me instead.
If that's what it costs.
Oh lord. Alright,
Um,
so if not All Might, then who? Right? I mean, was Sun
Fuck.
Eater fighting first? Well, according to that preview, Sun Eater's up to bat. So, like, who else do you think is gonna?
See,
die.
I don't think any of the kids will. If anything, I think it's already gonna be like one of the heroes. I can't mainly just because I can't see them. Like I can't see like a shonen show taking out one of the kids. But then again, it's Hero Academia.
I mean, I
So-
can't.
I mean, if they're gonna take out like a hero, if it's someone important, it'd be like Eraserhead. That'd be like that.
Oh god, I would cry
that
there too.
traumatize the kids.
Oh
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
actually, that makes pretty good.
And
point.
traumatize the viewers too.
Yeah. You
God,
have
that'd
been
be so
pretty good.
depressing.
Hell yeah, it would be. Damn. I hope they take Fat Man.
And then that one
Jeez.
chick that was asking him to marry her, she'd be the one at his funeral.
Oh god.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Eraserhead makes a good point to be sacrificed
Mm.
because there has to be a catalyst. I feel like with all these like shonen shows or whatever, there's always a catalyst that makes the main hero like
Oh, God.
become
This
super
again.
strong. There
Well,
has to be something.
I still think it's gonna be All Might though. That gets like Deku, like
Right.
that affects Deku the most.
Same here. Same here.
Because it's just even him retiring just like affected, like it caused like a huge ripple effect. So
Yeah. I mean, consider that's a pretty big deal since like the new like number one guy is so far behind All Might. So it's just like, damn, dude, Heroes just got a hell of a lot weak.
Mm-hmm.
I mean that's what they were building up, like after the retirement. Like that's why League of Villains is found so much stronger. Like
Yeah.
that combined with Stain, like it's making like the villains.
Overhaul,
Like-
you mean?
No, I'm saying like after like Stain's death, like that was like
Oh,
one
right, right.
part
Yeah.
of like the villains like being more assertive, and then like All Might's retirement, just like it just made even more like like it made them more confident that they can push back against the heroes.
Right.
I just want to say too that I wish there's gonna be more development for the big three because we really haven't seen much of them.
Well, I think this is the arc that we're gonna see a lot more
I
development.
mean, we kind of see a little bit with Togaga, but like
It's not either.
I still don't really care much about him, and I assume the next episode's gonna be about like Tamaki, but
Yeah,
I
I think in the preview they tend to they'll do like a flashback of Togata and Tamaki.
Like I don't even really care about these guys, but I still like them a lot. I don't even know why.
What?
Like,
All right, I'm gonna say this right now. Togata is like the best hype man known on the planet because I just remember this
last
one
episode.
scene. Literally, they're in the counseling room or whatever, this whole place, and this dude is just hyping himself up. He's like, "Let's go, we doing it, we doing it, we do." Dude, if I had anybody in the show to go to the gym with me, it's gonna be that guy, dude. I'm so ready.
I still think
Any
it's
day we're
creepy
doing,
as
I'm
hell.
down with this dude.
Oh,
I love his mentality. When he gets hyped up, he gets real hyped.
No, I still think he's creepy.
Nah, he's the best.
He's gonna be like staring at you like once he's gonna go through the wall and just like stare at you with his tiny eyes.
sorry, man. I'll take it. You can watch in the corner.
I can see
No,
why
he's gonna be on the floor staring at you as you walk.
Hell yeah, like he's the
fine.
best wingman. It's like, yo,
He's
bro, I
keeping you
got
on
you.
your toes, David. He's keeping you on your
Creepy
toes.
as hell.
What if that was a villain? All right, he's keeping you on your toes.
Creepy as hell.
But
But
I don't think
I just want to see them fight because like they just like
Dude,
they've just been
next
hyping up
episode.
since
Yeah.
before
Yeah,
last season. So
I think
I just want to see them
like
fight.
the next 4 to 5 episodes, it's gonna be like the fight against the 8 bullets stuff.
Yep.
Mm.
So, I mean, yeah, I think finally, like next episode is when it's all going to start.
Because like yeah, it's at least the intro of the season has been kind of slow so far. So
It's okay. They have 25 episodes to milk it. It's fine.
hey man, this is Hero Academia. It's not milking.
Haven't seen them milk anything yet, and it's great.
We're
I
not.
love it.
We will never stoop down to Naruto level, all right?
Actually,
Fair
no,
enough.
if they ever do that, oh my god, I'm gonna throw something at my wall.
I mean, I don't think these people are going to be paying. Was it Studio Bones, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to pay Bones or like Studio Bones to basically just like have like to just have like random milk episodes
Call it filler.
or filler. Sure. Well, there's only 25 episodes. It's not like it's a weekly show.
Yeah.
So.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's a weekly manga.
Yeah.
Actually, it is a weekly manga. Never mind.
Wait,
Yeah,
is it actually?
it is.
Yeah, because it's showing. It's in
Shonen
Shonen
Jump,
Jump.
man. Yeah. I got nothing else.
Mind blown.
All right, so that's it for My Hero Academia. We're gonna move ahead to Vinland Saga, I guess. Yeah, we'll just do Vinland Saga real quick. Just
Dude.
me and Brian.
I love this show, man. It's so fucking. I don't know anything about this history, but god damn, it's starting to make me learn history and shit. Not really though.
I mean, so this episode is basically all Canute again, but damn.
All right, I'm gonna say this right now. Like, literally, I've come to terms that this show has fallen so far away from Thorfinn and more about like the other characters. That's like, so far, Askeladd is number 1, and then it goes Canute, and then Thorkill, and then Thorfinn. Because this kid Thorfinn hasn't done shit for like 6 episodes. He's just there trying to fight people. It's like, bro, come on, man.
Yeah.
Respect your father's dying wish.
That's kind of like a pet peeve I have of series when they push aside their main characters like that. Like,
Yeah.
but otherwise, like I'm enjoying like the like I'm really glad that Canute like got all this development. I'm glad he's not useless. I much rather have this development for Canute than just have everything be for Thorfinn.
Yeah, at this point, I just want to see Canute just literally rip the throne away from his dad. Just run that place like he owns it. It's gonna be so great. Oh, this episode was so good too. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know how you can sense like 20 people behind curtains, but somehow Thorfinn asked out, they're like, yeah, this is an ambush instant.
Is that warrior instinct or
Shit.
like the Viking instinct?
like a sixth sense.
Yeah.
It was great. I loved it.
Dude, Asai, he was so pissed. Like, but when the king was talking shit about his mom, basically
man.
saying, like, not even a mistress, she was like a slave that he had. That she was forced to have him.
Oh,
So this is This is why,
Yeah.
like when back a couple episodes when like he told the Welsh people that he hates Danes. I'm pretty sure this is why. Like he wasn't lying when he said he hated Danes. Like
This man got so mad it scared Thorfinn. I was like, yes, let it seethe and show people your power. I'm so ready for this dude to just stab the king in the chest. It's gonna be great.
well, like the way they made it sound because the king he's already wary of Aslad, so it makes it sound like because this this season is also it's also coming to an end soon too. So I don't know how they're gonna like finish the season.
Oh
Like,
yeah, that's right.
because if they try to assassinate the king, it sounds like it's gonna be like harder than they think. Like, because even Aslad admitted that like the king is smart.
Yeah.
So I have a feeling. So if the ending will be either like they somehow find a way to kill the king, or like Aslad dies because he gets found out from his assassination attempt or something.
Oh, dude,
And then
I honestly don't think Askeladd would die this soon. Like, at least give him like 3 to 4 more seasons before this man kicks the dust.
damn,
Like,
I just feel like it's one of the two. It's like they it's either successful and that's how they end the season, or like it ends in failure and like someone's gotta die. Like
I don't know.
so
I don't think.
I can't see like Thornfinn dying because he's still the main character. Maybe Canute will die, and then like Aslad like has to like he has to live with like the failure like that he was so close to getting like the Danish royalty to actually go his way, and just to see it slip like that.
Yeah, I don't know. 4 episodes left. I mean, I personally I don't think any 3 of them are gonna die within the next 4 episodes. But
You think the
there's-
king's gonna die? Or
I don't know how the history turned out, but the king might actually die.
well, in the history, like Canute becomes king of England. Spoilers.
That's a big spoiler, but anyways, yeah, the king will probably die this next episode.
Yeah.
Not in next episode, but within the next
Do
4.
you think he'll die?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Another interesting thing happened at the end of the episode. We saw Leif Erikson.
Yeah,
as
so
Shok.
so it was pretty cool because I thought it was pretty interesting to see him again at the end because I started going back to the beginning of the episode and looking it up. So in the beginning of the episode, it was like January 10/14, and they're in Gainsborough. And at the end of the episode, when you see Leif Erikson again, it's February 10/14, so just a month, and he's in York. So I
Yeah.
looked at how far that was away, and like current time with like roads and stuff, like it's around 60 miles from each other. So I'm wondering within
Wow.
the next four episodes if Thorfinn sees Leif Erikson again or not. So I just want to see that interaction again.
Wow, that dedication.
Dude, I was so interested in this episode. I was like, I'm doing this research right now.
Damn. I don't know where Gainsborough is, but York is kind of like northeastern in like part of England. And
Yeah.
obviously it's where New York came from. But
Yeah, I think
York York was originally established as a Viking town. This is where like after they like pillaged all like the monasteries, like they set up like they started colonizing around York.
yeah.
I don't know. I have a feeling like Leif Erikson, he's gonna see Thornfinn. I didn't know it was 60 miles because I thought he was gonna meet Thornfinn like next episode or something.
Yeah.
Like-
I don't know. I'm just looking forward to it.
Like it's gotta be like I assume this is gonna be the character development moment for Thornfinn
Yeah.
when he realizes that like his past like what 8 years or something has been a waste.
Yeah.
Actually, that kind of reminds me too when Aslad he gave like the bracelet to that other guy. He told him, give up being a warrior, be a farmer, find a wife, and never fight again. Otherwise, I'll kill you.
Yeah. I was like, dude, this Viking life is not suiting you, man.
I wonder if that's also like could be applied to Thornfinn. Like, I feel like Thornfinn, like he's kind of like that too. He wasn't really meant to be a warrior like his dad. He should just like stay with his sister and mom in Iceland, just become like a sheep farmer.
Yeah. I guess it's just him as a kid just adapting to the situation that he's thrown in. Like it was either fight with these people or legit just die out in the cold and have nothing. So
Yeah.
So far, so good for this show. Love it. Give me it like at least a 10 out of 10.
I really want to read the manga, but I can wait till
Yeah,
after the season
I'm
ends.
so tempted to read the manga, but I'm like, I can't until they announce that they're never making the anime ever again. I'm not reading the manga.
We'll see. I don't know how because it's an Amazon original or at least over here, so I have no idea how they're gonna continue the series if Amazon's just gonna give them more money. But
Yeah.
we'll see. So I think that's gonna be it for Vinland Saga. We're gonna move straight ahead to Sword Art Online.
Yes, our weekly bash, baby. Let's
Weekly
go.
our weekly Shiran section.
Fun
It's my
times.
favorite show. My favorite show.
Sure, Stren has plenty of things to say for today.
Kick it off, Shred. Kick
I
it
mean,
off.
I'll have somebody else start. I mean, I didn't write as many things as like I should have or could have.
I have like just one thing like I want to say. Like I really don't care that Eldred died. Like I know they're trying to like redeem him this episode and try to make it all dramatic. I really didn't care.
Same. I felt nothing.
Dude,
like-
what? He's one of the integrity knights. You're just gonna shit on him like that, dude.
That guy's just
Even
a
though he
bitch.
did actually jack shit.
Dude, I like how like
Well,
the two
the worst
worst
thing is,
knights put together.
The thing is that like he did it because he wanted Alice's attention. It wasn't even. It was like barely like a noble act. Like it was just because like he was just.
It was
I
a
don't know.
noble act.
He was just being a bitch because he got rejected. That's
You will
why.
do crazy
No.
things for a woman. At least
No,
that's
if
what I
if
think.
anyone deserved to die, it was the other one, Renly or whatever.
Dude,
the one
that
with
kid,
the
yeah,
yeah.
actually that kid.
Yeah.
is
that
so
one
worse.
deserved to die. I think Eldred actually deserved a chance to survive. And then with the whole like surpassing his limits with the help of Kirito's hand or will or whatever,
Yeah,
I
it's dumb.
feel like that's kind of cheating, and it would help him cheat enough to actually survive that attack. But
Dude, there's been so much stupidity and like cheating like in this so-called game that I'm just like, whatever.
Yeah, dude.
So many
You
things that
go
are happening
to
that just doesn't make
negative
any
life.
sense.
Hey,
Yeah.
it's
Not-
just a
not-
game.
No, like it's not just like negative life. Like the amount of fucking life that guy went negative was more than I think is even allowed for having maximum health in a game.
yeah, it went to like
just a
negative
game.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know. Yeah, definitely. This
Listen,
creator
man,
definitely
all
knows
the
his
games
games.
All the games I've ever played, when my health bar hits 0, I'm fucking dead.
Yeah, that
is
I
for
ain't,
sure.
I ain't surpassing no limits, no matter how much I
Next-
believe in myself.
Next time you play League, Brian, just make sure you go negative health and you can survive.
Actually,
I'm sure the game will allow it if you will it.
Just press R.
But,
And then if your emotions will be so strong that you affect the player right next to you.
well, it's not even that. It's just other like stupid shit too, where like they sacrifice those 3,000 people to make like those worms things, and this chick is just like, they can't block this by the sword or armor, and yet somehow basically Eldri like destroys all of them. And it's just like, okay, I mean, I don't know like how it happened. I don't even know if the creator knows how it happened.
I don't think he destroyed it. I think he just basically just like had made him absorb it.
He willed them
into
away.
stuff.
Oh, okay.
yeah, I think it was like the whip thing, whatever. It's like his sword awakening or whatever it's called.
Dude, those
Yeah,
snakes
it's
did nothing, man.
Perfect.
I'm surprised like his whole body wasn't like destroyed. Like how do you like?
because Kirito OP.
Because like
Stayed
because
half the body.
you assume like his whole body is just like be like burned up, whatever. But only like half of it was. I'm like, okay.
Mhm.
Bro, only half of you gets burned when you go like negative 1,000,000 life.
Yeah, and
how
it's
else are
only
you
the
supposed to
top
talk?
part that stays intact because
Yeah.
you have to talk
I
to
like
people before you die and
Yeah.
confess.
And he was
That makes
burning too,
sense.
and he was able to like get his arms out of the burning. It's like all of a sudden it's just like, okay, their arms are back.
Yeah,
Good to know.
you need
And,
to have
like,
the death speech.
And like they're also just trying to make you sympathize with like the Dark Territory people, like with like the pig people. But I still can't care about
Dude, that
because
is
again these are
It's
just
not-
AI.
you know, they're real
It's
people.
just a
But-
game, bro.
They're real people, man.
They have fluck lights or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Doesn't
They're
that make
like
them
those
real,
elves.
man? Doesn't that
They
give
have
them a spirit?
souls.
Soul?
Mhm.
Because like because the last episode too, like I forgot it was the last episode or this episode where that one wolf that like got burned by the laser, he was just saying like
That was this
That was his
episode.
episode.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah, he was saying that like I need you because like that way our people can go back to grasslands and like live our our ways, blah blah. But
No, fuck y'all.
Yeah, one thing I have that is not an ogre to me.
Yeah, I know that's
When
what I was
they
thinking
first
too.
said that was an ogre, I was like, bro, what
Oh,
the
what the
fuck?
fuck?
Was it ogre or orc?
No, ogre.
I was,
Okay,
I think
Order.
he said
I was
ogre,
like,
yeah.
yo, in my entire 22 years of existence and however long I've been playing games, not once have I ever encountered an ogre that looked like a werewolf. Okay,
Yeah.
Okay,
Ever.
Zoomer.
Listen, it doesn't even matter.
But no, okay, yeah, I noticed that too. I wish I was listening to what they were saying in Japanese. I think probably like
Oh.
could have understood it better, but yeah.
I
So
doubt
lost
it.
in translation.
I doubt it. This whole show is lost in translation.
But the ogre and like the pig
God.
people, like yeah, they're trying hard to make us sympathetic, but
Don't care at all about
yeah,
them.
really, I
You
really
guys-
don't
you guys
care.
is-
I also
you
don't
guys
care
are so
about this.
heartless. How are you
Yeah.
guys so heartless?
I also didn't
Because-
care about like that little conversation they had, like, oh, we need 3,000 people, like, willing to give away their lives, and they showed like two random people that seemed like they had a storyline, and they didn't follow up on anything. I mean, it's not like I wanted them to waste time on that anyway. So it's, I mean, good on them, but at the same time, it's like, why bring that up? Why bring that up anyway? There's no feels there.
And then
I
like,
felt
and then the psycho chick, she stabs the two other mages just to absorb
Bro.
their life.
I mean, I saw that coming, honestly. Right.
But how much is it going to do, man? It's like you're basically stabbing the people at like the beginner like level area. I mean, what you're power up off of 2 level ones? Go for it.
I mean, it seems to have worked because she didn't technically die yet. We didn't see her death scene, and also the leader of the pig people survived too. I think because
Okay.
you didn't see his dead body corpse.
All right, sure, man. She gets 2 level ups. What's she gonna do?
I don't know.
Survived, sir. I don't know.
Survive for what? Like maybe 5 minutes of the first episode of the next episode?
Yeah, I'd say so.
I wonder
God.
if so is the Emperor, is he actually gonna fight? Or actually I assume that maybe his knight, he's gonna be the one fight. I assume they're not gonna make the Emperor fight till like later.
Yeah, probably.
'Cause
I think
they gotta see like Alice by then. Oh no, I just remembered he saw Alice and then he had that creepy smile and he said Alicia. I was like, oh my god.
Alicia.
Where's
God,
give me my
so creepy.
screwdriver?
God, never mind. Like he's totally like go fighter.
Fight or something else, David?
Oh, something.
He's got a lust for her.
Oh God, dude!
God, I wish I didn't remember that now.
They're like, oh God, I can't remember the last villain that I didn't care more about than this guy. If that makes sense, I don't care at all about this guy.
Well, it's just sort of, like it's just lost its appeal after like the elf online, like after both in game and the real life villain.
Yeah, I don't know, dude.
No, the in game because Gun Gale was the real life one. Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like this creator just can't make like good villains.
Well, yeah, like Elf Online, the creepy guy who kidnapped Asuna, and then Gun Gale, the other guy who was like
Another creep.
like
Yeah.
almost sexually assaulted Shinon.
Well, no, actually, Gun Gale made sense, and I feel like the very first arc, Elcride or whatever, I cried.
Valkyrie.
that-
Crit.
Oh yeah, first arc. Yeah.
That I feel like those two actually made sense, but then the Elf arc and then this arc, just makes zero sense.
Yeah, well, I mean, the first season, in a way, you could actually, they made the I forgot the guy's name, but they made him somewhat likable.
Heathcliff.
Yeah,
Heathcliff,
they kind of made him like somewhat likable.
I
They
think
kind of
his,
gave him like it's like causes like why and like what he was doing and stuff.
I think his
it's like,
Japanese name was like Kobayashi or Kabayashi. I
Yeah.
can't remember.
but it's just like, but all these other villains though, like there's just nothing to them. It's just basically, it's like you don't sympathize with them. They're just evil to be
Well,
evil.
like
You just don't care.
Good villains, like they like you don't like for good villains, like you can see like why they do the things they do. Like so even though even though it's the wrong method, you can see why
Like why they're doing it.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
And it's just like
it's
this guy can't do it.
It's always the excuse of psychopaths.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, but I mean, like my two favorite seasons of Sword Art was the first one, and then Mother's Rosario. Neither one of them had like technically like villains, or like bad villains, or just villains to be evil. And then my least favorite ones were the ones that they were just terrible villains.
I mean, the first season in Alicization didn't even really have. I mean, they had Pontifex, but she was the AI villain.
Yeah, but I mean that was better than the other ones they've had. Even though it had just a stupid name with administrator. But I don't know.
I felt like it made sense, but they just didn't I didn't think they executed like her story really well at all.
Yeah, this guy never does.
There was so much.
This guy.
There was
all
so much
these
potential.
years.
Yeah, there's a lot of potential.
I'm pretty sure
in a lot
this is
of
like
moments.
this is like what the 10th anniversary of like the first Sword Art anime.
I don't care.
But like, but it's all this time, all these years writing, and this is what we get.
I know, fantastic, right?
No, maybe like the guy's just tired. You know, like he didn't expect it to be this popular for so long.
Tired. Okay,
And
he's
now
like
he's just,
31 or something.
Bro,
he gets
you-
plenty of energy.
I mean, you're saying
No,
this.
no,
Basically, the guy just got tired after the Aincrad. He's
Do you
just
know
like,
how,
let's
like,
do elves.
Do you know how overworked these manga artists or manga writers
He's a
are?
light- he's a light novel
light
writer.
novel.
Bro, that's so much work.
It's just typing.
He's typing. He's not like he's not
Yes,
destroying
yes,
his
come on.
hand.
He has to
Like
come up
after
with
working 20
ideas.
hour
He
week.
has to constantly churn out ideas that are good, right? And it has to be
Nah, man.
up to par with his first season, which,
Yeah.
by the way, it's been downhill ever since.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
like
Man, you
like
know this
in,
guy's.
in, in
Go
that
ahead.
aspect, it's like it's really hard. Like if you start on a super high note, let's say like a 10,
right,
it's really hard to continue on that like good streak of being at 10. Like when
Yeah,
you
but
start
it's-
off high, it's
Well, I
really
mean, it didn't
hard.
start at 10, but
But-
still, like he still
yeah.
didn't keep it up.
But I mean, it's
Yeah.
really hard to basically fuck it up that fast too. I mean,
you say that fast, but this is what, like 5-6 seasons in. It's
But
been going on for
no,
a while.
it's-
I'm talking about the elf one. Like the elf was so much. Like it was just like right after that, and it basically immediately just.
I think-
Okay,
I
you're
think-
right. You're
I
right.
think it's because like well again, like think about how like Sword Art started. Like he wrote a web novel when he was 15, and then
that ended up being his best one somehow.
but like then he started Excel World, and then like his editors found out he wrote Sword Art, and they published that too. So it's like I don't even know if he. So even though like he did write Sword Art, like I don't think he expected to go back to it again. That's why I think that's why like it's such a weird like transition, because he didn't expect to continue writing the series. He
I
should
could see
have.
some
I
of
think
that, too.
I think he should use that opportunity just to reboot like his instead of like,
Which-
ending
Which I
Aincrad so
thought they were
early.
going to do. I thought they were going to do it, but I don't know if they're still planning to do that or not.
They always hint at it, like about like bringing back like Aincrad, but
Right.
like
I mean,
never do it.
It's gonna be so far down the road. I don't think people care. Like, I mean, I don't know, dude. Like, the Sword Art, they've gone to like so many different worlds, so many different stories. It's just like, do what you want, man. I don't care about like really the story is just all over the place. It makes really. They have like their own like storylines that just they just seem like
literally all the side characters. Like no one's, not even Asuna's here yet.
yeah,
like-
like nothing is connecting to anything. It's just like basically just random stories. You might as well have a different fucking cast.
Yeah, that's true. But by the way, if Vanilla WoW can be a thing, I think Vanilla Sword Art can be a thing.
Brian, you what are your
Listen,
thoughts?
you're not wrong.
Oh my
told
god!
you.
See, I was expecting something. I was expecting something
Well,
else.
they're gonna use the
No,
excuse.
it's like-
They're gonna use the excuse of PTSD.
No,
just
like
not bring
so.
it back.
So the thing is like it actually applies really well because right now Sword Art, like according to everybody here, is complete fucking garbage. In WoW's case, the retail right now is complete fucking garbage.
But next
And the
expansion,
point is, like,
Brian.
When you look back, okay, that's expansion time. I'm talking about like currently in retail, like it's complete fucking garbage, and it completely releases Sword Art because looking back, everybody can agree that literally the first arc of Sword Art was the Aincrad was literally the best.
Right.
And like
Vanilla
just
Sword
think of
Art.
like if
Yeah.
you talk about like in that sense like vanilla WoW and vanilla Sword Art, it's perfect because
Exactly.
Okay, all right. It's like it's getting like further away from like like how it started. Like
Yeah.
what,
Yeah,
like,
it's
what fans fell in love with.
DNA, right? When you
Okay,
divert
I see
yourself
it, I
from
see
your
it.
true DNA, it just
Yeah.
becomes trash.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I see that.
Jeez, I don't know if that's the right analogy.
No,
But
I think so. I think he's right.
No, you
I'm
go from like a virtual reality, like you're stuck in, if you die in real life, like atmosphere, to is like
I,
Oh, you
I,
die and
just-
respawn.
no, I don't disagree with that. I just meant like your DNA analogy. That's kind of
No,
hard.
no.
because
I
this
back you up,
isn't
Boo.
like this isn't what Sword Art was mainly about in the beginning. This
Yeah.
isn't what drew
Well,
people.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, like because he the first season he wrote when he was 15, and then for some reason he didn't end it. He just made a new game. So
But you think he would get better?
Right.
he was probably like scared. He was too scared to risk messing with his original story.
Well, the thing that sucks though, like at this point now, like like how like like we mentioned before, like and like how David you said, where it's just like at this point it's like only fans of Sword Art that are really watching it. Like the casual fans are really just kind of pass by it or just don't care. So I think it's at the point now, like because all the hype was for this season. Where actually I don't like the first part of Alicization. I don't think I had that many like really big issues with it. I mean, there was like ones here and there, but for some reason, like the second season, just a clusterfuck of garbage. Yeah, I just didn't. Like, I was like, was this how bad the first season of this was too? For Alicization, the first
season was that bad, but But now that you mention it, like I realize like there's not as much hype, even for like the Sword Art fans. I don't like see the hype around new Sword Art like there usually is.
Oh man, like still though, if you go back to like, Reddit though,
on Reddit, people usually like, post like clips and stuff, or even fan art. But I've not really heard much about Sword Art this season. So
I mean, I just looked at Reddit that one day where I was just like that one day that we really went hard on Sword Art, where I'm just like, dude, this is shit. Like, and that's when I actually looked to see like what people were saying, and everybody's like, oh man, this is as good as a light novel. I'm thinking, oh god, this show's a lost cause.
And
get out, just get out.
Yep.
And yeah, at the same time, they're shitting on Shokugeki.
So. Yeah, those people can.
Uncultured swines.
Basically, yeah.
You can even say degenerates.
But that could actually. Well, I mean, I don't know if you guys wanted to, but we could go right into Shokugeki with that.
If you want, sure.
And we can, yeah. I mean, I'm fine with that because, like, okay, I'm okay with transitioning to Shokugeki, but yeah, like off of that, like. I don't know, man. It's just like after like the end of the like last episode where they brought in Irina's dad. Yeah. Dude, immediately like the hype and just like anticipation for these episodes.
We all
just, like went away.
We're all just like so like just I don't know, like it just got deflated like after the end of our last week's podcast.
And the thing that makes me so mad, like, that defends like it basically defends your previous point that people are shitting on Shokugeki. Damn it, guys! Why did you have to do this? I know, but why? Why did you have to prove them right?
Dude, like this episode too, like when they brought the 2 new judges and they did like the injury like segment, it's like okay, I know this is a fan service anime, but even that was like really unnecessary.
I think they're trying too hard. Yeah.
Way to get rid of the dudes, man. Jesus.
Yeah, that's right. Fucking
but it's like
sexist as people.
But it's like at least like you can understand like the Fukasm was part of it's been there from the beginning, so like it's part of the appeal of the series. Like I understand why they do it because it's been there. But like the whole like just the underwear part, just like even for an ecchi show like this, it's so unnecessary.
Yeah, like what I'm trying to think like what was that trying to relate to? I actually don't understand.
To how
some fans like low effort fan service is
fan service to be fan service. That's what I thought too.
It was trying to relay how it all the tastes and whatnot felt around their bodies, I guess.
Apparently this creator's a master in lingerie. Apparently this guy's definitely been creeping.
The manga author I'm pretty sure he used to be a hentai artist.
Creep? Oh, gotcha.
Oh, makes sense. Makes sense.
I did not know that.
Dude, a lot of manga, like a lot of the ecchi ones, start off as hentai artists.
What's this guy's name? I need to do
you need to research, Ben. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I saw a comment from like people mentioning somewhere like he used to be an hentai artist.
Oh yeah, you know that guy. You know that guy's now. He's in the know.
That's now. Holy shit.
Yeah, I don't like. There's plenty of examples. I just don't know what, but like there's plenty of examples. Other authors they start off as hentai and then they move on to like I'm pretty sure Monster Musume guy was drawing hentai before.
Definitely. I dabbled in that manga. I could say it was pushing it.
Well, I guess it kind of makes sense, right? Because they say for you to be an actor, you have to start out in porn first, right? So
wait, hold on.
Well, because
that's the case, Ku. There's a few people I might have to look up and look deep.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, okay, Ku actually has a point because the Comic-Cat, their comet, they're the huge festival where they sell like indie manga. Like a lot of it is hentai, and so a lot of so if you start like a popular like hentai group in like Comic-Cat and you get famous through there, you can use that as connections to get an ecchi manga on like a magazine.
Because isn't that how Fate Stay became popularized and went from a
Fate. Well,
hentai?
Fate was a sex game.
Yeah, it was
Right.
originally what it was.
But like,
Boy,
these-
huh?
these
Yep.
are like our mangas though, so they drew them first, like at Comic Cat compared to Fate Stay, which started as just a sex game that they just sold.
David,
like,
instead of
those-
just say draw, you should just say created. It makes it sound like not as wrong.
Not as wrong. It's the
Yeah.
truth.
It makes it sound more normal.
Whatever. Okay, because we're trying to normalize hentai.
David.
Hey, hentai is an art. Okay.
Yeah, it is art. Parentheses.
I
Quote,
mean, you
whichever.
wouldn't watch just any hentai. You'd only want the best of the best. So
Yeah, Master
makes-
Musume.
I'm just
Makes-
surrounded by
makes
bunch,
sense.
bunch of degenerates.
David, don't act like you're above us.
I am.
Join us. Okay, fine.
I just wanted to mention too that like I know like what was it like how they make like calamari lose against potato salad.
Oh god. Well,
I know it's supposed to
they
be
rushed
rainfall,
that
but
so
still
fast.
like
Yeah. Dude, like that, they went through that so fast. Like, I forgot that they didn't even do theirs. Like at the beginning of the episode, like when they started like introducing all these people, I'm like, oh man, the next round is going to be rigged. I was like, wait, they're in the middle of this fucking round, and that went by so fast. And then, but I think we all said that he was going to lose, right?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, for
Okay.
sure.
I mean, I think even without like the new judges, he still was gonna lose.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So do you guys think Ishiki's going to lose?
Oh yeah.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it seems like a majority of the time, like in this show, whoever shows their food first is going to lose.
I mean, even with the example or the metaphor that they were animating, like you got Ishiki, like hitting on the first seed with like a paper fan, floating in the air. Like, what is that supposed to do against a knight in armor, right?
Supposed to
Hey
show
man,
his
his armor was cracking.
noble Japanese spirit. All right.
Yeah.
Even
Dude.
if the armor cracks, it's fucking paper fan. What's that gonna do against a sword, a rapier?
Yeah.
It's an anime fan. It's
Oh,
gonna
what's there?
slice through the armor.
God.
Yeah, I would. I don't know. As much as like, dude, like, Ishiki's like one of my favorite characters, but it's just, I mean, I just can't see him winning.
Yeah, he's not.
They
Not
did
gonna
that. Dude, they always bring up the chick with the glasses. I never remember who she is. But, like,
I forgot.
I always hear she's like the childhood friend, and she used to be in the elite
Yeah.
10 or whatever.
Yep, childhood friend lost to Soma with Soba, I think.
But
Yeah.
it's like I don't know. I just never liked her because they always
I didn't care.
she
Yeah.
always has a bitch face going on.
Yeah, even like after like this backstory, I still really don't care much for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was cool to see like Ishiki's like
Well, like
backstory.
they try to like make like was it like he tries to cheer her up, but it's like I still don't really care about her.
Yeah, like these two rounds will have definitely been going really fast. Like even the backstory for Ishiki seemed like extremely rushed and
Yeah.
fast, but it's just like at the same time, it's just like how you guys said like Suka is the guy's name Ishi? He's still gonna win.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still think he's gonna win, and it's just like I don't
Yeah.
know.
It's
And
pretty much just gotta be like Soma and Irina,
Yeah, I mean,
Rindo,
I
and
re-
Michi.
yeah. For Arena's dad, like I really don't know why they brought in two like random other chicks besides for fan service. Like there's really no point in them.
Yeah.
Because they basically do
Oh,
they do
because-
the exact same
because,
fucking
like,
job.
Well, because like I'm pretty sure at least the blonde chick was in love with him, so like I'm pretty sure it's just
Yeah,
another
so-
like
They're
another
both under him.
way to make him more biased.
Yeah, they're both under him. His
Yeah.
beliefs.
Yeah, but
And,
it's just like
and
yeah.
the weird thing too is like that the grandpa like was okay with it, so I assume so. This is how it's got predictable. It's gotta go because the grandpa believes so much in Soma and Irina.
Yeah,
They gotta cook an amazing dish that changes his mind, and he has to like be forced to to rethink the whole thing or something.
yeah,
Yeah, because that's the only reason, right?
Stupid, yeah.
Yeah, that's the only reason why they would put him in. I think.
That's like predictable number one. Predictable number two is like they actually lose, and then there's just somehow like a loophole they can figure out to either redo or do something else.
No. Soma's not gonna lose. That plot armor is too thick, man. Too
We'll see.
thick.
We'll see.
Yeah,
I
don't
bet
know.
you Eruna's gonna lose though. Eruna's gonna lose. Soma's gonna win, and then Soma and Ringo's gonna fight. But then Ringo kind of just gave up, and then like Soma wins.
I can see something where it's like a 2v2, like right at the end, kind of
Yeah.
like a team battle. Because
They're,
wait,
kinda hinting- they're hinting at that at the
Yeah.
LP.
how many episodes do we have left of this? Okay, never mind. They still haven't said, but I'll just assume 12 for
Yeah.
now.
I think
they're-
it's gonna be split. Like it's gonna be this season, and then the next one will be. I think they'll skip winter and either go spring or summer or something.
I hope not.
Jesus. That's such a long break.
Real.
My simple mind cannot keep up with that, man.
Well, I mean, like I had trouble like with this season at the beginning because
That's what I'm saying. My
it's
simple
been a while
mind.
since season 3. I didn't remember any of the characters.
Yeah, but it's like for this arc, as long as like his like just how stupidly like everything kind of played out with the judges, it's just like I just don't really care as much anymore. It sounds awful, but that's where we are.
This is just the downhill effect of shonen manga.
Or fan service. I feel like if they didn't force it so much, I think it would be fine. But it's ruining the story
at
for
this
me.
point-
Well, I mean,
it's
no,
like-
besides the fan service, just this whole arc, just like it's
Yeah.
I think like it could have been fine, but I think they just ruined the execution.
Oh yeah.
I think they just rushed it in general. Like they just
Hell yeah.
like because Irina's dad just came in so suddenly and he changed everything so much. And
Yeah,
like,
right in the middle of the round.
And like they just did like before that they just did one part where he changed everything and then they make at what maybe one Shokugeki to save themselves and now it's like this final one. So
Yep. And everybody's just like, yeah, that's fine. Just go ahead and do it. And it's just like, ugh, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm ready to move on. Fuck the show.
Jeez. All right.
Alright, so according to Stratton, that's it for Shokugeki.
So depressing.
We're gonna move on to Dr. Stone, and before I actually want to say something too. The author and the illustrator, they're at Anime New York City, and actually did an interview with Anime News Network. And one interesting thing I saw in an interview was because I didn't realize the writer was the same guy who did I Shield 21, and and he was like, and he mentioned too how he was saying don't blame the editors for I Shield like dragging on too long. He said that was actually his fault. He's the one who wanted to keep things going because he felt like he couldn't finish it, or he needed more time to finish it.
What do you mean, the manga or the anime series?
What are we
the
talking
manga,
about?
because I think he's the one responsible for the manga.
What show is this?
I Shield
Nijiichi?
21.
Oh,
Yeah,
I don't think I saw that.
Yeah, so I don't know if like anyone. David, did you see the anime at all or no?
I
Okay, so
only heard of it.
It's a fairly old anime. It's a sports anime, of course, but
Yes.
yeah, it's a high school football anime, and basically they ended the animate series with them winning the Winter Bowl or they won the last tournament game to qualify for the Winter Cup or whatever or something like that, and then that's where they ended the anime. But in the manga, it goes all the way up to where he like the main character graduates from high school and he goes to Notre Dame, where he becomes even more famous. So I was kind of hoping they would actually finish, like have the anime catch up to the manga, but I guess I thought that maybe he was the reason why they stopped, or it wasn't popular enough.
Well, I don't know, like that. The author was just saying like just he was taking the blame basically for like people like saying that it dragged on. It wasn't. He was saying it wasn't because like the editors were being greedy to milk the series. It was because he wanted more time. And then also the illustrator, he basically said like his favorite character is Kohaku, and he wished he could just draw her.
Yeah.
Okay. He likes that.
He's also Korean, by the way. So he's Korean. He worked his way up to be able to draw and Shonen Jump.
Nice. Good for him.
Well done.
Indeed.
So that's why I mentioned about just the interview. So
Okay. Who wants to start with the episode?
This episode. I don't know. It was kind of the first part was very predictable with Magma. Like
it's a team building exercise, dude.
Even though like I just don't really know like why. Like I guess like he says like it got more interesting when Senku was around, but it still didn't really give a good reason why he didn't kill them in the cave.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, I mean, I think at this point it's like you have to acknowledge this dude Senku's like just genius ability. It's like if I kill him, we're probably fucked.
Right.
I guess.
So I think basically like they make Magma just seem like he's the dumbest human being in the world, but I think he even realizes that they're fucked against Tsukasa.
I guess, yeah.
Even though they mentioned later in the episode where it's like, oh, all you have to do is just bring up my head and you're fine. So I don't really quite know. So I just basically contradict myself, but yeah, sure.
No, and then I think they kind of mentioned it too it's like, with the more wonders that he's showing the village of what they can have, the possibilities. I think
Yeah.
the more he's just more like sucked into this whole science thing. So
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was just having like a hard time seeing that because like I wasn't really seeing that in the episode. So,
Yeah,
but that
yeah,
makes sense now.
I completely forgot how much this man has done already. Until they did like the little flashback of all the things he's done, I was like, "Damn, dude, that's actually a good point."
right, he's got electricity, he's got cotton candy, he's got
Ugh.
ramen. Dude, it's been pretty
Batteries.
nice.
Christmas lights too.
Christmas lights.
Yeah, it's fine. Like these people,
Wow.
like these people know what Christmas is. Come on.
Wow.
They
They
know
didn't really
now.
need that.
Damn.
I mean, the thing that the Christmas tree like did, it definitely just showed them like the power that this guy has and what he could do. But yeah.
And that was funny. Like pretty funny too when Chrome, or he was like he's saying, was it the power of friendship? Basically.
Oh, the treasure was actually friendship, not the
All
Oh,
it was friendship all along, and then Senku and Mega are like, dude,
like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That's so
Yeah.
cringe, man.
Yeah.
they say kimochi or kimoe, which is short for kimochi warui, which is like it's basically
Yeah.
like what you call like when you want to call someone creepy or you're grossed out. They translate it as cringy, which I think is fine, but
Oh yeah, I'm okay with that.
but like
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
basically like if someone like creeps you out or like it's what girls say to guys when they just discuss it with them.
Uh-huh.
So but I accept the cringy translation.
But
That was pretty funny.
Yeah, but like the moment with Magma, kind of like the whole thing where he first pushed Senku, and like
I'm surprised that they like Chrome still like went with it. Like he like blaming Magma and like
yeah, I don't know why Senku just didn't say it right away because it was pretty obvious. Well, at least to
the
us,
whole sequence
but-
was like it's I don't know. It was obvious to the audience. I don't know why they kept going along with that. And
Chrome, man, you're supposed to be a genius.
and he's not a genius. He's just curious.
Okay, better than Magma.
I mean, from his point of view, he saw his back, not the front. So who knows?
That's
Yeah,
fair.
I
Okay,
guess.
all right, fine, all right.
Right, and then you got to think about it, right? Like his whole life, he's known Magma as to be this like
Terrible person.
bully,
Just
terrible,
Yeah.
asshole,
Yeah,
you know.
that's fair.
I mean, he was gonna let Yuri die just so he can.
Yeah, be
The
village
chief.
chief. Yeah,
Yeah, I think through all this though, they're definitely like. I mean, Magma's already like changing, obviously, but I think like I think they'll just become like better and better. I think, but I think his story is like getting to the point where it's mostly probably wrapped up or done. Because I think like this episode was kind of just showing like Magma's actually like like realized basically just like how much Senku means to the village and just like what the possibilities are.
yeah. I want to say he was the last one that wasn't with Senku until this very moment, right? Like I think he was
Yeah.
the last one that was holding back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was like the dad and then Magma.
Yeah, I mean, Magma was basically just trying to avoid them because up to this point he kind of hated them.
Yeah.
But
I mean, try to murder Gen.
yeah, and then basically him and Gen are close.
Buddy now. Yeah.
Yeah, or close enough to actually work where Magma's listening to Gen, which I guess moves it on to like our next part of the episode. I actually thought the telescope thing was pretty cool.
I was kind of hoping.
Yep, feels.
I was kind of hoping that it would be actually the two people that came back, the girl and the
Yuzu
outside guy.
and Taiji
Yeah.
or Taiju.
I wonder
Yeah.
when they're coming back.
I think
Yeah, I was
they're
hoping that they would
they're
come
still
back.
stuck at. I think pretty sure they're still stuck at Tsukasa.
Dude,
Right.
I don't know. Like, okay, like this episode for them getting the minerals, like this took way longer than I thought they were going to. So like they
I think it's just like they didn't really do much in the cave, so that's why I feel like it dragged out compared to the other
yeah.
episodes.
But what the crazy part of that though, they only have 2 episodes left until the end of the season. So it's
So
like
I think they're not. I think that's gonna be next season. I
dude,
think.
I hope they announce another season then.
They have to.
God, I hope so.
Yeah.
Because it's just like
This is a shonen. It's a shonen Jump series. So they have more than enough material for it.
yeah, the dumbest thing that they could do is like, let's say like they only have these 2 episodes,
and plus like
watch the entire fight.
I'm pretty sure Crunchyroll is on the production committee. So whenever you have like Crunchyroll or Funimation on the production committee, they always push for more seasons because anime is more that's their main like product.
Yeah,
Whereas like in Japan, like they don't really care about the anime. They just want to sell like the manga.
yeah, light novel too.
But
Sales,
because I think because Crunchyroll is they're part of the production committee, they got push hard for a second season. And
Yeah.
plus they did a bunch of like behind the scenes video of Dr. Stone as well. So
Right.
I'm sure they're gonna. I'm sure this is one you can safely say they're gonna announce a second season.
I hope so.
Hopefully. But
And I also also the thing about Shonen Jump shows, like you want the anime to keep going too. Like I'm pretty sure Shonen Jump shows are the ones you can consistently count on having multiple seasons.
No, I feel like it's hit and miss. It just depends on sales. If it sells pretty well, then they'll keep going. But even if it's really good, if it's not that popular, I don't think they're gonna continue it.
Yeah. I guess maybe I'm just overestimating the power of Shonen Jump,
Right.
especially like modern day Shonen Jump.
Yeah. But then after this, so yeah, the whole telescope thing, the feels, and then there was even more feels with with Gen, where you basically like find out that this guy from like what Senku left, he actually found out his birthday.
I was actually surprised that Senku didn't start crying. I think that would have been like a really like emotional scene.
I don't know, man.
Started crying.
The only time that this guy teared up though was basically the whole thing with his dad, which I actually was tearing up just right along with him.
I don't know. It's just like it would have made the scene more impactful. I mean, it's like the series already has a bunch of emotional like scenes, but it just would have continue on with just.
No, I think it's fine because it kind of symbolizes that one moment about his dad. Like,
yeah,
that was the saddest point. So nothing will ever break that emotional point.
I guess I just want to see I want to see Senku like like him like crying that his friends like actually remember his birthday with like it just humanizes him more. So he's not just like this super smart guy who just is obsessed with science. Because they show him plenty of times during the series that he cares about his friends.
Yeah.
And he's he has like he's empathetic towards like other people too. He's not just like the antisocial scientist.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just want to say it was really heartwarming to see a flashback of Senku look through a telescope at like a spaceship and then just think of his dad. I was like, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my god. It hit me so hard. I was like, damn, dude. Respect.
Yeah. That I mean, like that part was like big, but then I also thought was hit like I would say like harder, just like with like the whole flow flashback thing that were basically like just how Gen like actually found out this guy's birthday, and like just like I guess like, how much like how much Senku means to Gen in a way.
Yeah.
You mean he had a boy crush on Senku before he even met him?
Basically,
yeah. Cool. It's like day one, this dude knew he was great.
Yeah, but I mean, you can definitely tell like Senku, had the feels. I don't think he had to like really tear up for it,
right?
Because you can just kind of like when he gets a look where he actually you can just like sense the feels from him.
I mean, I guess it's like it would have been like kind of cliche, but it's just one of those moments that you expect to happen in anime.
Yeah, but I still loved it.
Yeah, like for a show about science, this is like there's a lot of feelings going on in the show.
Yep. It's good, man.
I like it.
Good.
It humanizes all the characters.
Yeah,
especially Senku. That shows not so much.
Yeah,
but I got nothing else. If you guys are ready to move on.
Yeah, I think that's about it because there wasn't really much other than the whole.
Yeah, because they ended right there, so we don't even really have anything to go off of like next episode.
Yeah. I mean, although I gotta say, like, I'm pretty sure we all agree, right? Like, the season's going to end with them about to go to war, not really them starting the war.
I mean,
I don't even know they're gonna finish like the walkie-talkie unless they rush through the next episodes.
I mean, I can see
cell phones. I mean, like,
yeah, I'll go with Coup, where basically everything's gonna be prepped and ready, and then they're gonna end it right there.
Right.
Yeah.
I hope. I really don't want them to rush it.
They're not. I don't know. I can't see them ever just rushing. This is gonna be a big moment. So
yeah.
Dude, all right. So this is just prediction. What if,
God.
you know how they have the 100 stories, right? What if this was a 101, the 101st story, right? And then, like, on the last episode, to end it with like Senku's descendants telling the story of how like this village came to be.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Bro,
God.
quote me on this. What if it's a possibility?
It is, but I wish it wouldn't happen.
I feel like that's gonna happen at like the very end of this show.
If you want people to riot, go for it.
You heard it here first, folks. I'm a genius.
Man, on this day of December 2nd, 2009, at 10:30 p.m.
2019.
Wait, what did I say? 2009. 2019.
Yeah.
At 10:30 at night, this man, Coup,
Central.
has quoted the end of Dr. Stone. There we go.
God. Anyway,
All right, with that note, we're gonna head on over to Fire Force.
Somebody can start this one up. I'm trying to remember like what happened at the beginning of the episode.
I'm trying to
there-
remember too.
I
I didn't-
think in the beginning they were discussing how they were gonna pretty much fight the Evangelists, whatever they're called, however you say it.
I just call them the cult. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the-
cult is good enough.
the cult, and pretty much calling it like the Nether, quote unquote, and it's like the pretty much
Isn't it
the
basically-
gate to hell.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't it basically hell or
So,
whatever they consider hell?
Something interesting about the Nether, like they were talking about like the underground. They're just basically talking about like the Tokyo subway systems, but they didn't know anything about the subways. So I
Mhm.
wonder if like the whatever like fire event that happened like 200 years ago. I wonder if that happened like during modern times.
Yeah,
then they just-
so yeah,
and it's
yeah,
just,
must
like slowly rebuilding after that.
yeah. So from what I was getting from is like however long ago the cataclysm hit during like modern age, and then after that cataclysm they were just rebuilding, and then most of the places down in the subway system is collapsing.
Yeah, just built on top of each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of makes sense too, and it makes you wonder: what if the like evangelists, like founders, what if they were just the guys that survived the solar apocalypse, and they were like trapped underground, and no one came to rescue them, and that's why they created this evil cult.
Mhm. I mean, it
I'm gonna say
kind of makes
no.
sense because because
You heard
because
it here first.
they're looking for they're looking for the
God.
pure flame.
Where are they
So-
gonna find them underground?
I mean, not the underground part, but just how like when Ku was saying like the survivor of the apocalypse, they probably like know more than what general people know because the general population is probably being brainwashed by like the empire and like the church.
Or the church, right?
Yeah.
Because it makes sense if you really think about it. Whenever there's any kind of religion, there's always like a backstory or the untold story
in
Yeah.
anime.
in anime, right?
And
So-
anime and JRPGs, they hate religion. It's always like the church that's the villain.
Well, even in IRL, if you think about it, right, the crazy Salem hunts back in the United States, like witches were real or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, like there's with anything that big, there's got to be some kind of untold story or untold truth. And I feel like this is one of those animes where it's pointing to that. Like maybe there's more to it that meets the eye. Maybe Joker, like the third party, maybe that's where he's coming from, where he knows more than what the public is sharing. So,
Yeah. Oh, he definitely. Yeah.
He definitely knows. Yeah, he definitely knows a lot of whatever's happening.
mhm. So now they got to go to where the sun don't shine to figure out the truth.
I wonder if there's
So-
something like hidden there because like the only reason you would tell people about like how like it's like a forbidden place is if you're hiding something. So
Right.
so I'm pretty sure like the cult knows about it and that's why they set their hiccup course there. I wonder if the company 8's gotta find it like
Yeah.
before they fight the cult or before the cult leaves.
I feel
Maki's
like
a
they
beast
are.
too.
Dude, Maki, so hot. So hot, dude. Like I've always been not really like love muscular girls, but I've always had a thing for it, like a fetish.
Say wait,
Yeah.
Wow.
wait,
like
You
like
laid it all out.
like crush
That's
me with your
so-
thighs.
wait.
Wow.
I'm not safe anymore. I take that back. I'm not going that far.
No, I'm just kidding.
Again,
I'm just
again,
kidding.
I'm surrounded by
Just kidding, man. Damn, I was just throwing it out there. Jeez.
again. I'm surrounded by a bunch of degenerates.
Hey man, we just have. Never mind.
We just appreciate a lot of things, okay? I just appreciate a lot of things. You can't sit there and lie to me and say that like Maki did not turn you on. Like this episode really showcased her potential.
Yes, potential.
That's what you call it.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I thought the whole thing was just awesome.
Yeah, the
She's a
fight was
beast.
pretty
She was
good.
pretty badass though.
Yeah.
Like, especially because everyone always underestimates her. Even though
Wait,
like
really?
like,
Has
well,
anybody?
because they
Yeah.
always like say like you know you're strong for a girl, but she's
Oh, I
always
suppose. Yeah.
but
Yeah,
but
you're
then
a gorilla.
she goes
Yeah.
back on that saying because she wants to be treated like a girl too. Like she wants to be treated like a cute like a girly girl.
Right.
Like that
She's super
fucking cat
strong,
girl.
so it's
Yeah.
really
And then
weird.
like with the character development, there originally wasn't much, right? Because she's always playing around for two little baby flames, so like people didn't take her seriously.
But, I mean, the whole
Yeah.
point of her character is like even like she wants to be like cutesy, but
Right.
but
But
she
she's
always
still a badass.
But
Yeah.
I think she has like a bad temper, and so
I have to call her gorilla.
I guess like the running joke too about like people calling her gorilla because of her muscles, but
Gorilla Cyclops.
Mhm.
I don't like it when when anime always makes fun of that because it never makes any sense.
Yeah,
Because they're never even buff. It's just like just
Bro, she's pretty
fit.
buff. She's
Yeah.
she's fairly buff, especially for a girl.
I mean, yeah, but like when they call her gorilla, it's just like I'm just like that's not the
I think-
image that like I.
to be fair, they didn't actually call her a gorilla. Okay, she just interpreted
No,
it as the
Not in
gorilla.
this episode. Not in this episode.
Typical.
But when they first showed her, yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Like other
they
shows,
should've-
other shows do it too, and it's just I don't know.
yeah,
It's
like
super
when she
exaggerated.
when she said like gorilla Cyclops, and then I was legit gonna see like I thought the guy was gonna basically be like, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah,
I
like,
said
I
no
didn't
such
say
thing.
Yeah, I actually
But,
wanted it too, just to double check.
If
to
you
see
missed
if
it?
he actually said it or not. Yeah, but he didn't even say it. He just said like you may be really strong, but you're still a girl, and then that pissed her off
Yeah.
apparently.
Yeah.
So,
But the fight scene is pretty cool. Like
Oh yeah.
Brian's like those martial arts ones where they're just going one by one. She's just punching them out of the way.
Like,
Yeah.
like, hold on. I actually need to know this. Like, do these like little pawn dudes actually? I feel like they're dead. Because some of the hits that they're getting hit with, they're actually gonna die. Like
yeah,
the
there's
last
some brutal hits.
pawn dude that she was fighting literally held him, and then this giant metal fucking arm thing or whatever comes out of nowhere and just destroys him into the other
Yeah.
direction. It's
yeah,
like
he's
this
gonna be
dude's
dead.
neck and spine is just shattered. He's dead.
Yeah. There's definitely indents being left in these people's skulls.
Yeah. Which brings
it's
me to the
anime.
next fight. The next fight was just really weird and awkward.
Oh Jesus.
It's just this
Oh,
damn
God.
author he's just trying too hard with like the comedy with Tamaki. It's just not working.
Dude, yeah,
And the
like come on,
edginess.
dude. It started off so well. I was like, damn, this is a pretty good fight scene. This chick is getting fucked up with his counters and shit. And out of nowhere, it's like, oh,
And
my
then-
fucking charm's kicking in, and I
Yeah.
win. It's like, bro, get
Mm.
your ass on here.
Like
Yeah, I
it's
thought this
definitely
was
like
gonna
the
be, like-
weakest part of the show.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
this was gonna be like a character like redemption episode, right? Like
Like,
Maki didn't really get much airtime. Tamaki's kind of like a joke. Iris doesn't really get much show time. Like I thought this was gonna be the episode to showcase all the finer points.
Nope. Tamaki's still a
And then-
joke.
Yep, still a joke.
Which
I
is
feel like
dumb
she-
because we already had her redeeming moment back when like she was getting beat up. Like
How is that a redeeming moment?
That wasn't really deep. Yeah,
not-
that wasn't
not-
really deep.
because like you felt like she was like actually like an actual character.
Oh
Like,
yeah, but
you
yeah.
felt sympathy because she was betrayed by like the person she trusted.
No, but that was her like at her weakest point. She
'Cause,
wasn't really a hero. She was like a damsel in distress, right?
Well,
yeah.
I mean, I
even
guess,
even
but,
in
like,
this episode, she
but
said,
it
you
was
know, like I wear
still,
the
like-
outfit too. Like I'm also a firefighter, or like whatever.
well, like but at least that one, like for like it elevated her from just being like the comedy relief. Like it actually made her into a serious character.
right.
Yeah, for like
And then they could have like
They could have built from there.
well,
Yeah.
went there, but
Yeah.
Nope, they
Although,
decided to go back to the joke.
yeah, although they did beat the shit out of that one guy, Assault.
it's again,
Yeah.
is that dude dead? I feel like he's dead.
I
feel
mean,
like
when you have
they
to
censor his
blur
brain.
the stuff,
Yeah.
and you have to block it out with like random like fucking rats, probably.
I
Yeah.
feel like he's actually just dead. May he rest in peace, Assault the Slaughter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, Iris looks like she went to
Left
town
home.
with the guy.
Everybody
Yeah.
left home.
Yep. I think I got slaughtered himself.
Left home.
Yeah,
locked
well,
on.
I mean, the whole thing with like Tamaki's, I just like from this fight, I just assume like every fight with her is going to be like kind of like a comic relief fight, or
Which
it just can't be taken serious.
just sucks because like 'cause- I don't know. Like I thought we should have been way past this. Like I was saying, like back at that first fight, like she should have elevated from comic relief.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
but we really didn't even say like, I mean, I guess like the really why it's comic relief this episode. It's basically, you know, she just somehow lost all of her clothes.
I don't know.
that's basically what it was.
This is like the main problem like with like a lot of fan service. It's just like a lot of authors like don't understand how to use them like correct. Like they don't understand how to use them in the comedic sense. They're just pushy and they try to force it.
But I mean, most like a lot of etchiness though isn't like this blatant and just like
It's not,
just
but
thrown in there. Yeah.
and the weird thing too is that, like because like this is supposed to be published in a magazine, so you assume there's editors. So this went through an editor, and the guy thought it was okay to publish.
Well, all Japanese guys,
Yeah.
probably all degenerates.
It's like a lot of times like when stuff like this like when weird stuff like this happens, it's like this had to go through an editor, and the editor he gave the author the okay, So it's like,
God. Yeah. Well, I'm good. Because they did. Do you guys remember like how everything ended? Like, did they
Not
just end it
really.
at that fight? Because I'm trying to remember, and I don't remember.
I watch it like I think on Friday or something. So
Okay.
I believe they either ended it there or they ended it to where Vulcan and the captain met up.
I remember that part. I didn't know it was at the end or something because they didn't really show Shinra at all during this episode. So
No, actually, I think I remember they ended the episode with like Tamaki and Iris walking away.
Okay, so that's okay. So there was nothing
Okay.
else then
And-
to lead us in the next
So
episode.
like after
Okay.
next episode, I'm pretty sure next episode it's gonna be the guys. Then it's gonna be the captain, and then Himawari, and then and Shinra.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
I hope Arthur makes a scene. Like, I want to see what he actually learned from his sword training. With,
Probably.
oh yeah, I forgot about Arthur too.
yeah.
I don't think that guy really has much going on besides just his normal stuff.
Hey, he needs silver.
I just want to see Man Guy fight, man. Now with his like speed boost.
No,
I wanna
that's
see that.
that's the finale, all right?
Yeah.
Dude, that's the OP when he's fighting his brother.
right.
That's where all the rest of the budget goes.
Pretty much, and I'm okay with that. I'm
Oh
okay
yeah,
with that.
I'm fine. Like him and Arthur are definitely like my two top I want to see. So anyway, I'm good.
All right. So that's gonna be it for Fire Force, and then next up it's gonna be Fake Ragnarok, which is me and Stren.
Yes.
Okay, it's kind of funny the way this episode went out because like usually we have like the filler and then the fight. This episode is like reverse. We have the fight first, and then it is like just all talking. So
Yeah.
not really filler, but it's like it died down after the fight.
Yep. This episode is basically like they fought Ishtar and they not even really fought her, but basically just bought her to be a servant. Which was I guess unexpected and at the same time it's just like
Actually, I was not surprised that they got her. Was like of all of them, it's like she'd be the one that would switch sides.
yeah, I meant like just I guess how she switched sides. Switched sides, which I thought was weird.
It was pretty easy, like surprisingly, like
Yeah, when you have Gilgamesh's wealth, yeah, go for it. Just buy everybody.
yeah.
I
And
like
then
how
the weird thing was she's like, "Do you like you was it you went up to me because you're in love with me, aren't you?" And,
that was weird.
And
That was kind of out
Mitsuko
of
was
nowhere.
like, "What?"
Yeah, I assume that's probably they threw that in. And I assume it's probably referencing like I wouldn't be surprised if it was one of the things in the mobile game, and that's the only reason why they put it in there is for the mobile players. That's my guess, but I mean, this whole show is just kind of going like the mobile game, where it's just like talking, random fight, and then
such an RPG.
Yeah, you could definitely tell.
And of course, people on Reddit like complaining about how it has a 7.9 or something on Miami list. It's like
no, like I mean, animation top notch, but it's just like, but I mean, story wise, it's just like
it's
it could be way better.
Just about Reddit in general, just like the anime stuff, right? They focus too much on the animation.
Yeah, I know. When they definitely need to realize that there's more than just that, because like, I mean, I kind of get the story, but I mean, I feel like they could definitely, I guess, do it better than what they've been doing.
It just feels weirdly paced because of all like the filler, like the fights in the like, just like how like it's just always fight or a filler, like in like the first or second half.
Yeah. But.
And this episode just feels so weird. Just after the epic one we had last week.
Yeah, I think it was probably the cooldown period. They gotta save up the budget for later on.
Like last week should have been like a first half like ending like it should have ended the first half of like that episode.
Yeah, it probably should have
because after episode 11 they're gonna do the 2 recaps. So it's gonna be a weird place to end off.
I mean, we'll see. I mean, I assume like the fights, going from from here on out, it's got to be they have to like. I'm guessing they're gonna at least top that, if not surpass it, because it's just like you can't have an epic fight then just go to like terribleness for the next major fight.
I don't even know if the cast is even gonna like do anything against the goddess. I just assume it's gonna be Gilgamesh doing everything.
Well, I mean, Ishtar sounds like she's pretty OP, so I'm actually excited to see what she does.
She's a goddess, but
yeah,
it's like Ishtar and Gilgamesh. Basically, like the cast is just gonna be useless, like they've been this whole time. Like,
well, the one girl, Anna, she has the site that can kill gods.
Is that what that
is?
Is
it gods? I thought they
'Cause
mentioned
I
it
was,
some.
I was confused like what happened to her especially with that little like mascot thing, like when he gave like her power to Anna. Like I had no idea what was going on there.
Oh, same. I'm not quite sure either.
I didn't know that the scythe had like special powers like to kill gods or anything, but
Well, I think they reference it. I think the Gorgon. I think she said something about it, and I think Merlin said something.
I didn't think much of it because she just destroyed Anna so quickly. So
she was like she was in the
that's why
fight for
I
like a
thought she was
second. Then
dead
gone.
because she got wrecked so hard the 2 episodes ago.
Yeah, she got a pretty big wailing on, but I mean that's really all we have to go on this episode, right?
Nothing really happened. Yeah, I just want to see Gilgamesh fight more. He only had like
Same.
that one fight,
Same.
or I guess like 2 if you count the one earlier against Mash and Nana.
Dude, it's awesome actually seeing Gilgamesh as a good guy. Like, so it's like I finally don't have to hate him.
You have to hate him.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool feeling.
And then you can go back to Fate.
I'm gonna pass.
You can go to Heaven's Feel and just have him.
It's fine. Yeah.
Summon the Gates of Babylon.
Yeah, I was gonna say spoilers, but I mean that's basically his like go-to move. So, so it's not technically a spoiler. But anyway, I'm set for until next week.
Yeah. So I think it's what 2 more episodes till episode 11.
The halfway point.
No, where because episode 11 is when they do the recap. So
episode 11 is gonna be
after. So 12.
Oh, after. Okay. So we have 2 more.
So and that's like I think the week of Christmas and New Year's. So,
okay. Yeah. So we have 10 and 11.
So yeah. So
and then we get the halfway point.
So that's gonna be it for Fate Grand Order, and then we're gonna move on to Kemono Michi Rise Up with Strain and Ku.
Ooh. Ku can start.
Boy. Okay. So they finally pick up with the story after all this time, right? The princess finally finds Genzo, tells him, "Hey, you need to save the world. Like, what are you doing?" And then good old Genzo gives her the old what's that move called?
Suplex.
And then
never forget the suplex.
Yep.
My bad. Yeah, I'm not a wrestling fanatic. Sorry. See, that's what happened, right?
It's referenced so much in anime. It's like the only move I know because every wrestling move in anime is always a suplex. It's always a German suplex.
Yeah, but this time they also introduced
a German
rolling
man?
cradle.
That's what anime says. All right, I'm not the one who makes it.
All right.
Yeah, but like I'm not sure how this girl is still alive, but she's gotten suplexed so many damn times.
Daily.
Like, it's become like second nature to her. Like it doesn't even phase her anymore. Right?
Yeah.
Every day this girl is coming against us, say, "Hey, you need to slay the Demon King," and like he just suplexes her on the spot.
Were you getting as tired of that as I was?
Yeah, I kind of was.
Okay.
And then the whole like showing your buttocks to the world was getting kind of old too.
I'm good on that too.
Damn, all this fan service.
I know, dude. Like it was okay. Like the reason why that was so hilarious is because it was the first time they ever did it, and then basically that. But then it's just like they completely overkilled it this episode, where it's just like, oh god, you just completely ruined like what made that actually special and hilarious.
Yeah, like she was the original Princess Buttocks, but then like even before then he did it to the vampire chick Camilla or whatever.
Yeah.
And then like everyone around the neighborhood's making fun of her too. So apparently her and the princess has something in common now. So I guess they're best friends.
I suppose.
But yeah, and then like and then when the princess first finds him, like Genzo like doesn't agree with the princess, and he says he's not going to kill her. Like she six like the best knights in the kingdom against Genzo, and Genzo just one by one knocks them out.
Yep.
So like the first half of the episode was like it was nice that the story was progressing, but they're just like overusing material over and over again, so it was kind of dull.
And it felt like it was progressing very slow.
Yeah. And then like towards the second half, which I feel like they kind of rushed it, they finally show Mao again, and then Mao's trying to build up the demon army. And then he goes to the orc village, which apparently they know of Genzo because they use the same fighting moves. So Mao knows that Genzo is actually here now. Yep. And then basically they cut the episode to where Genzo is gonna go find Mao. So
because it was first the Demon King, but then he found out who he actually looks like.
Right.
And now he's interested. So I think the next episode should be pretty hype. Hopefully.
I don't even think the next episode is gonna be hype. I think it's the
next
episode.
The build up.
Yeah, the build up, and then the
Yeah.
final episodes where they fight against each other, and then when they finally have the last match, they'll just be teleported back to the original world. I feel like that's
Really? You
just
think
how
it's gonna be
gonna
over
end.
that fast?
I think so because, like, in all honesty, like the story was never really there.
But bro, his zoo or
Oh.
his pet shop.
What about a zoo? Because like they didn't even focus on that either,
I should
right?
say pet shop. Yeah.
Right, because he always did these odd jobs, and then they try to do the background stories of like these side characters, like, and not even the side characters we care about, to be honest, right?
Yeah.
It's not the Ant-Man. It's not even the that wolf chick
Yeah.
that found him first. It's the backstory of the vampire chick, the little dragon girl,
Yeah.
and yeah, that's basically it, honestly. And then they had like one tournament, and then they apparently they're not doing that anymore. It was a one-time only thing.
Do you think so?
Well, from the sounds of it, because it looks like they did it once and that was it. They haven't done another exhibition tournament since.
You know they're gonna do another tournament though for Mao. You know they're not just gonna fight normally. It's gonna be in a ring.
Right, right. But then again, that only makes two, and then from the sounds of it, it might be the last episode because there's only 12 episodes. I'm assuming.
Yep.
Unless,
There's only 12.
yeah. So
We had 3 left though.
yeah, but they're gonna have to rush
Seriously.
it. Like if you're gonna like close out the story, they're gonna have to rush it. Even
Yeah.
with Konosuba in the first season, they closed it out fairly well. But this one,
Yeah.
I feel like they're just gonna rush it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because they really haven't gone off of like anything more besides like there's another Demon King
Right.
that we just haven't seen yet.
Uh-huh.
So I guess like, I could see this arc wrapping up with like the fight with Mao. I
Uh-huh.
can even see them being like somewhat in a way allies.
Right.
But obviously just like fighting each other. But like Mao, I mean, isn't actually like an evil person. He just happened to have the name Mao.
Right.
So I can see like the end of the season kind of wrapping up with like their fight. I would assume Genzo, winning, but then them finding out that the actual something about the actual Demon King
Uh-huh.
or Demon Beast, Beast King. I like blanking
Demon.
now.
I think it's Demon Lord or whatever.
Demon. Okay, yeah, I
Yeah.
just completely lost my train of
I
thought.
mean, Mao is usually translated as like Demon Lord,
Yep.
but
Yeah.
That's where I see it because dude, the anime the story can't be over until he starts his pet shop.
I mean, if they focus on it, I would assume so. But I don't. The only way I can see Genzo and Mao working together to fight the Demon Lord is if the Demon Lord turns out to be like a human, and then he's enslaving all the pets or all the demons,
Mhm.
and then like Genzo finds that to be like atrocious and like declares this war against the Demon Lord to free him.
Yeah.
Right?
But-
And unless that happens, I don't think that's.
Yeah, and we don't know if Mao is like if he's like obsessed with pets like Genzo is, right?
No, he's not. He's just obsessed with Animal Mask for some reason. That's it. He's like Vegeta. He just needs a rival. That's it.
Yeah,
The
that's
one guy
fair.
he can't
Fair.
beat.
Yep. But
So,
it seemed like Mao though was gonna get his own little evil dog.
oh
That
no,
looks
because
exactly
he's
the same.
because every time he sees that little dog, he seems to be petrified of it. So maybe he doesn't like animals.
Either that or it gets the feels, or basically it's like it brings up the PTSD of Genzo's little dog.
Oh yeah, true. Maybe that too.
Because he always did. Because Genzo and his I think he always ends up bringing that dog in the matches.
Uh huh.
So I don't know if that has anything to do with it.
Yeah, I mean it's a possibility, but yeah, that's the thing about this anime series or the show. It's just there was so much potential, and then like the first few episodes was like really
Yeah.
good, and then it
Yeah.
just kind of like fell off.
Yeah.
that's a lot of shows.
Yeah, it's reminding me of Oresuki, which is our next show. We're
You love
talking about.
your transitions. This
Not bad, right?
So,
Yeah, we transition to that. Yeah, that's cool, so
Top
that.
notch, by the way, dude. Good
Yeah.
job.
What's up, Brian?
Top notch transition.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
Mhm.
I try.
So Orisuke, David, let's have you start off.
you want me
Yeah.
to start this?
Yeah.
Go for it, man. I put a bunch of things in this.
It sounds like Strain has a lot of things.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
God,
fine, but
I'm
I just want to
absolutely
mention just the one thing I just remember is just Yasuo Hazuki. Like,
Sweet name.
come on.
Sweet name. That was
Okay.
the best part of this episode.
And also, like, how has no one got mentioned that he looks just like the main guy? Like,
Yeah,
just,
I
like,
know.
different hairstyle, like
A better hairstyle, let's be honest. And he has blue
like,
eyes.
Just it's like a more
no, they
spiky
both have blue
hairstyle.
eyes.
But, like when I saw him first, I was like, wait, is that his twin or like what's
Same.
going on here?
I thought so too. Yeah.
Right, his inner conscience or something. Talking
Yeah.
to himself.
Dude, how much of a messed up thing would that be? You basically find out that the last episode this guy has like mental issues, and then he gets put in like in an insane asylum.
That's dark. That got super dark, by the way.
Dude, but that would blow
That'd be
my
really
mind.
dark for this
Yeah.
rom com.
I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just
But-
kidding.
So what would blow your mind more, that or my 101 Tales for Dr. Stone?
I'm gonna say that one.
This,
one?
this one, because like it's just.
Really?
This is a
I don't know.
rom-com.
Yeah, well, rom com, but I can kind of see. I don't know. Like,
But anyway, like I'm trying to remember what happened in this episode, but basically, like
I put like 10.
the whole
down.
point. So basically, the whole reason why he like did the whole job thing and he didn't like listen to pansies because he had an inferior complex. I'm like, really?
Dude, but they
That's
never
because-
mentioned that.
Like I was so confused last episode. Like why is this like why is
A
this
big
such
deal.
an issue about like
Yeah.
not asking for help and then I find out it's because he has an inferior complex. Like, are you serious? Or because
God,
he's
that was so
insecure?
stupid. Yeah.
Like
It would have made more sense
I
if
don't
they hinted or said anything or made it like set it up for us to actually like see that and it showed nothing. So I don't know if that was just
well,
something.
and it's I mean it's like I can kind of see because he like the whole thing about him like wanting to like have like a harem or having like picking the other girl at the first season. It's like I can kind of see like like he did that because he has like he's insecure about himself, but it just I don't know, it just went it was just what we were not expecting from this character during this whole series. Like
I feel like they actually change his MO. Like they change his
Yeah. Oh
character.
god. Yeah.
yeah.
Because
Not
in the
just him,
first
but a lot of them.
the first 4 episodes, like you can tell this guy was like on point. He knew what he wanted, he knew how to get it. But fucking Pansy just came out of nowhere and like threw a wrench in his plans, right?
Yeah, but even
And, like-
Pansy changed.
Yeah, even Pansy changed. So I was like, what the hell happened? Like that whole like inferiority complex, like that came out of nowhere. I would not expect
Yeah.
that. Like,
Yeah.
based on how they've like showed this character out so far.
Yeah.
That's why I was asking so much questions last week. I was so confused.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
that one I was just like I took it in like into real life scenario, right? Like for me, I felt like if that was me, even if like a girl that I like said like don't do it, I know that's a trap, so I would
Alright.
still do it. Also, it's just the principle things like like I don't like to be in debt to someone, right? So if I effed up,
I guess, but
I wanna
that was-
be able to
but
pay
that,
it back.
But that was like that felt like it was against his character though. Like he, I don't know. Like, actually, maybe not, but I don't know. It's just the whole reveal about like him having the inferior, like just being insecure, just really dumb.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that came out of nowhere. I
It's
feel
just,
like that wasn't really
ruined-
part of it.
just ruined just the whole like reason just for the whole like book thing just ruins that.
I
Like,
mean, it would have made more sense if they actually like built towards that instead of just throwing it out of
It's
just
this,
throwing
this
it to
whole
left
thing
field.
is like
right?
it just made me think of him just like a really bad knockoff like Hachiman
Oh, dude, don't even.
because like he tried to like be like the loner trying to do everything on his own. He didn't want like anyone to know.
But he wanted to harm. Hachiman did not want to harm. That's
Well,
why
yeah,
Hachiman is best.
Well, I know, but
I
no,
just
but
want
like
to be left
he
alone.
tried to act like a Hachiman. He tried to like be antisocial. He tried to like
Yeah.
he,
Yeah.
he tried to think that like he was being noble like by sacrificing himself,
Hmm.
and then had no one's paying attention to him. Like, but it's just dumb.
Yeah. Oh, also, I know we brought up like Yasuo, but who in the hell would all of a sudden just start talking to some random guy on the street and just telling him like your problems? Like
It's,
honestly,
all the time.
it's
Don't
even
you?
more weird in Japan because people don't talk about the problems in Japan,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Japan is
especially,
weird.
especially to strangers. Like,
yeah. Especially
No,
with-
no, no,
Yasuo
no,
just
I
shows up. He's like, "Hey man, I see you got some problems. You want to talk about it?"
No, I take that back. I feel like teenagers actually they're pretty open, but once you become an adult and you
Japan?
like in Japan, I feel like once you become an adult, you kind of just like seclude yourself from everyone. But as a teenager or as a kid, I feel like they're actually pretty open about
Oh,
that.
I don't know
so
about that.
it
I
kinda
don't
makes
know.
sense.
Like that's one of the reasons why they have a lot of like issues with like mental health is because no one talks
Suicide
about their
and stuff.
problems.
Yeah.
Well, not in school, but like the reason why I say that is just like I said, this is kind of personal opinion and personal bias with my experience. But
Yeah.
when I went to Japan for 3 weeks and I was hanging out with a bunch of school kids, like all the guys were like super open and super chill.
Well, because you're a foreigner, so like they act different towards you than towards their friends.
I also think too, like I mean, if you initiate something, I think they'll follow up. But it's like if you don't start something, they're not going to start anything. It's like I think something has to basically like initiate that conversation, or they're just gonna. I would assume to stay quiet.
I want to say no because remember I'm Asian, so I look just like them. And like even when
That's
I was just
racist,
out,
sir.
Well, like I said, like this is just my own personal opinion, but like I was out and about, and then like people were
Alright.
pretty chill, but like with I got a different vibe from the adults, like the older people.
Uh-huh.
I guess. Yeah.
So that's why I feel like, you know, maybe like as a kid it kind of makes sense, right? You're a teenager, and then the guy mentions, you know, hey, if you see someone down, I can't just leave them alone. I feel like I need to help them.
I
You know,
guess.
I feel like as a
Okay.
teenager, as a kid, since you haven't like experienced that despair of adulthood yet, like you haven't secluded yourself from the world yet. So it
Okay.
kind of makes sense
I
to me,
guess.
Okay, I can see that too.
right? But he is fucking random though. I'll
He's
give him that.
just-
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that was definitely something weird.
like I don't know. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be in the next episode. Like because we only have 2 episodes left. I just can't see them.
3.
Like,
I think we have 3.
is it 3?
Three.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have 3 episodes left. But I
3,
just can't like see them like introducing this guy out of nowhere and not have him in this season.
I don't know, man. I just don't
Maybe
know what I
maybe
expect
not
of this
next
show
episode.
anymore.
Maybe that's after that. But it's like I can't like.
Also,
He's not just there just randomly. Like he's gotta be there for a reason. Like
I don't know if it was coincidence or not, but did you guys notice that the name of the bookstore was the same as Yasuo's?
No, I didn't notice that.
no, I don't know what's those things.
What if
'cause-
what if that's like Pansy's brother?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Maybe it's actually his brother, or
With
he
a
has a
different
relationship to
name.
Pansy too. Yeah,
So-
I don't know. I don't remember Pansy's name. Again, that was
I don't
my
either.
complaint-
right.
That's a complaint with the names of this damn show. It's like it makes it
They're
hard for
crazy.
non-native speakers.
Oh,
Yeah.
Pansy's actual name is fucking ridiculous. That thing is so long.
Right.
Yeah.
But then like I forgot to like double check or backtrack and write it down. But I think the guy's last name is the same as the bookstore's name.
Hasaki?
I think so, yeah, something like that.
Okay.
He's got Win Wallace all.
I feel like it.
Oh god, that name fits so perfect.
Yeah, but I feel like he's not
Um,
going to be a guy that just disappears. I feel like he's going to play
No,
up
no, like
later on.
he's definitely showing up.
Yeah.
That's why. That's why I don't know if it's right to call. I don't know if you can even call this like an arc because it didn't feel like. I wonder if he's gonna be if like.
But in a way, it felt like it wrapped up though, right?
All this is because he's there.
Yeah,
he's-
but the way this episode ended, it felt like it wrapped up something, even though I didn't quite get what.
Well, there was like
Yeah,
that
wrapped up the
ending with
childhood
that one
storyline.
chick, and the bench shows up again.
Oh, yeah.
God. Wait, the bench showed up this episode?
Yeah, at the very
at,
end.
at the end. But that one girl was asking him about something. I don't even know what she was asking him about.
Oh shit, I'm not.
She wanted to hook up. She wanted to hook up Sunchan with Himawari.
Oh, right.
Because then she thinks that they'll make a cute couple.
But that was some other random girl though, wasn't it?
Okay,
Yeah, but this is a random girl. This is a
Oh,
random.
God.
Girl.
okay. I was like, did we
Another
ever
random
see this
person?
chick before? I don't even.
I
can't
don't
even
remember.
remember.
So.
She's brand new. I believe she's like a first year, I guess.
Okay,
Did any of you think like the whole thing with childhood? Well, not the childhood. God,
Pansy?
not Pansy. The girl that always like walks with him to school. Like that whole thing about
God, what was her name? Like,
book
is it,
line?
Himawari? Wasn't it
Yeah,
Himawari?
Yeah,
Oh,
I think
yeah.
something like that. What, did anybody else think that was just kind of like stupid drama?
Yeah,
know,
I
it's
felt
just-
that was kind of
the
stupid
whole.
drama.
I mean, they're just showing how close they were because they could tell they both know how they lie.
Right.
So
Yeah, but then again, that was also just something that kind of got thrown this episode. It's nothing that was ever like really hinted.
it was pretty obvious. That's why
Yeah,
like when Joro like knew that she lies by like the way she moves her eyes,
Yeah.
and then like when Himawari sees that he flicks his he's like
Finger
flicks
flicking
fingers
thing.
when he's lying.
Yeah.
Like it was pretty obvious that like something was gonna happen. And then when they said, "Oh, this girl bought the book," by the way, it's like, yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I honestly was expecting, and I didn't think Himawari was going to buy it, but I actually thought Pansy was going to. And then,
Oh yeah, I thought it was Pansy too.
yeah,
But-
so in
well,
a way that kind of spun it, but
like the whole exchange with them, like when
stupid.
like, it's just because we realized that like the whole like insecure thing just it made it more dumb
Yeah.
because
Mhm.
then
Yeah.
he was just yelling at her when
Yeah.
she was trying to be nice to him and.
Yeah, and then basically instead of committing, they immediately cleared it up, and I'm just like, what the fuck just happened? Like, what was the point of just like freaking out and basically says like, oh yeah, I'm sorry.
And of course, like before she goes to her tennis match, she gives him the kiss on her cheek, and he doesn't think anything about it. Like,
Mhm.
'cause it's not
Yeah.
like
This is just a
Again, I-
preview of their up and coming light novel / video game, visual novel. So if you want more, you have to buy the game and play it.
Well, I don't know. The stupid thing is like this guy just wanted one of these chicks, and then basically they're all on him now, and he just doesn't care
doesn't do
anymore.
anything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
he got his
basically-
harem.
Well,
He doesn't
that's
do
not
anything.
originally what he wanted, though. He wanted he was going to take over. He was going to take the leftover.
Well, but then
No,
after
no.
that,
No,
but
he
then
wanted a harem.
the start of the second season, he said he wanted to harm.
Yeah.
Oh, did he? Oh, I missed
Yeah,
that.
because then he couldn't because he got cockblocked by the journalists.
Yep.
Yeah, and then but he's just still not following up really with it.
Nope.
Nope. Yeah, his character MO just is all over the place.
So it's just inconsistent. Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
that's why like this just bothers me so much. It's just everything is so inconsistent. The writing.
Yeah, and then apparently the skewer girl, like apparently she didn't have any ill intent at all. She just wanted to
That was really weird too. Yeah, I have no idea.
she wanted to showcase that, hey, like you're not just a NPC, you're not a side character or background character.
AKA second banana.
You're a main character,
Is that really why she like wanted him to get a job and like work with her? Just because she wanted to
Apparently,
show
yeah.
him?
Yeah, there was
Like,
actually no
she-
ill intention, apparently.
Like she could tell that by either like by seeing him at the baseball game or just by seeing him like in class. Like
Yep.
I don't know.
This
She
whole,
bought all her skewers. Mhm.
this whole life lesson type of deal thing at the end was just so stupid.
You know, guys, I learned something important today.
Oh god, that's immediately what I thought. Oh, I just thought of like Sesame Street shit. Oh god, I don't know. And it's I don't know. All I gotta say is, man, second banana. Second banana.
If the second banana can get all these girls, you can too, sir.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for the belief and basically
Actually, no,
I
you already got Taylor, so you're fine. It's me, David, and Brian now.
Dude,
So-
I still don't like how he's still friends with Sunchan because they even made that joke with how at the pool he chose Sunchan instead of the girls.
yeah, everyone gets a ending. That's
So it's
the
like-
that's the Sunshine ending.
yeah, he only gets the ending for the beach episode. That's all.
Mhm.
So it's just I
That
don't
guy
know.
will not find happiness.
Not the
That's
girls.
mean. Yep. Basically it's gonna be the main guy and Sunshine just getting together at the end, and it's gonna be GG.
If there's anything I learned in the military is that girls just make things a lot more complicated. If it was just dudes, we'd probably be in a better place, probably.
I don't know, man. This whole episode is just weird. Like everything like that I actually liked about these characters, like their MOs, they just like throw them out the window. It's just becoming just a normal like harem. Like nothing special, like nothing really new. It's just same.
What I really dislike is how they're making Pansy look weak when, like, from the get go, which I thought was like her strongest point, was
Yeah.
that she was like some kind of clever mastermind.
Yeah, she's awesome, and now she's just one of the harems,
Yeah.
or one
just-
one in the harem, and it's just
Yeah, I don't like how they develop any of the characters at all.
yeah.
Because it was a quick turnaround. Like everyone hated it. Like Cosmos and Himori hated him so much.
Yeah, like I mean, to tell you like how little I think of the other girls, like my favorite girl is that girl that used to be a redhead, it's now black hair. Like that's
You
how
like-
little I care about the
Bitch,
harem.
why don't you like her?
Good. She was not anymore.
No, but she was a bitch for a reason though, because she thought he was a player that
Yeah,
was
a
like
terrible
messing
human
around
being.
girls' hearts, right?
Yeah.
But it turns out he was a
She was
good
like
person.
a-
So
It's just some random bitch that showed out of nowhere.
Jesus, that's
No,
fine,
she was
man.
she was a defender of all maidens' hearts. Okay, relax.
That should tell you how bad how weak the harem pool is
Yeah, it's pretty
for
bad.
me, in my perspective. So
It's just I don't know, I don't know, because I really like Cosmos and like it's just so dumb how like she was apparently in love with Sunchan, and then just hates Joro, and then all that just goes away, and now she's super in love with him. It's like
this is the class rep.
Yeah,
the
I like her
no,
too.
the student council
Class president?
president.
Whatever,
Yeah.
man. I keep saying class rep.
Student
Student
council president.
Student council president.
She's
I
not,
like
she's,
her
not,
too.
she's not a Kaicho. Sorry, she's a Seito Kaicho.
Well, my bad.
Well, I've never liked her, honestly. Her character,
Well, that's mean.
just because she's not really she doesn't really stand out. They made her kind of a like incompetent weirdo.
Yeah, it's a little weird when she gets into these into
When
those
she gets
things.
into her,
and-
her historical dramas.
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
other than being a student council president, what strong point or what makes her stand out, really, right? Other than that, she's kind of a klutz. She's a samurai.
She cooks.
Too
I don't
much,
know.
apparently. I mean, I don't know, but
Dude, that's on purpose.
uh,
You gotta feed the man.
yeah, but she doesn't really have any strong suits. Like, she doesn't really have anything going for her other than that she's weird.
Yeah,
Yeah,
her arc already passed though. So it's just like I guess like now I'm not really expecting much more of like character build up with her or really any of them. They keep
Right.
throwing new random people in. It's just like, dude, you had a weak character build up already. Like, why throw
You mean
more in?
like the two girls who just disappeared.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah,
Really
we found the
saw
book by the way.
So now like they're gone.
Yeah, So I don't know.
But
Anyway,
so it's like those two girls and like the Yasuo guy. It's like they're only introduced for one episode. There's no way they're only introduced for one episode. They gotta come back for the last 3.
I can see Yasuo. Well, I can see Yasuo coming up more than those 2 other random chicks. That I can easily see them just being like a random throw in and then just gone.
Then they're
But
just gonna be like the redhead chick. Just
No, I can see the girls coming in because they're in the OP. Just because they're in the OP.
Well, they're
Oh,
OP,
are they?
yeah.
Oh, I keep skipping the OP, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess I assume like the last arc is going to be those 2 girls and Yasuo.
No. It's gonna be. It has to be that new chick, and then Sunshine and him on board because that's
right.
how they ended this last episode.
Another girl.
I
Yeah.
think it's gonna be the 2 chicks and the Yasuo guy because there's no way they only introduce them for one episode.
But we
Just
also have
like-
that other girl though that was on the bench.
Yeah.
That's 4. That's 4 new people.
She's just gonna be like a pawn in like whatever scheme's gonna happen.
I don't know, man. Every time the girl comes up with a bench, that bench is like the for sure tell that that's the important point.
Not
of this
good.
arc.
I think she's gonna be
Yeah.
a pawn. She's gonna be like being used by like someone.
I don't know. I can easily see it like this being like the arc where it's just like where he actually
It's
tries
like
to set
they
them up,
didn't
but then
even-
he finds out he actually likes her like more than just like the looks, I guess.
Because they didn't even like introduce the girl at the bench. So like I think if she was that important, they would at least introduce her.
Oh no, they're just. I feel like the way that they set it up is like they're gonna foreshadow her, and then they're gonna introduce her at the beginning of next episode.
Man, they barely even introduced those other 2 girls. They just kind of showed them and then they were gone. The only reason why they look like notable characters is because one had red hair, the other one had blue.
Because they stand out from
Yeah.
it's the main character syndrome. Like they're
Yeah.
important because they don't
match the
animators had to spend extra time on them.
Yeah. Unless this is all just trying to throw us off.
So
yeah.
this show's not that smart.
I don't think so either.
But
I mean, they kind of like they use up all of that already in the first arc. So
Yeah.
can't really surprise.
Yeah,
Maybe
man,
the journalist chick they surprised a little bit, but like
sure.
that was just more dumb reasoning than surprise.
yeah. All I gotta say is like all these episodes that I was hyped up for. I'm surprised that I'm disappointed in them. And then the one anime show that I was actually like just kind of watching and just see what happens actually surprised me the most.
Yeah. Which one?
Overly Cautious Hero.
Oh, right. Rip.
Like
We don't talk about it.
that's the only anime show this season that like I didn't have high hopes for, but completely caught me off guard. And like Orisuki, I had high hopes for Hatage, Kemono, Michi, high
Yeah.
hopes. It's just all went downhill. Like even Assassin's Pride or whatever that we just gave up on,
Oh,
that just went downhill too.
I'm actually still watching it, but it's not worth mentioning.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. I've committed. But
She made an anime
it's-
sin.
Yeah. But I mean, I think Dr. Stone and Fire Force are still actually holding fairly strong.
Dr. Stone was
Um,
always strong, but like Fire Force, it was kind of up and down for me. Like in the middle
Yeah,
of
that's
Fire
fair.
Force, I lost interest in it. But then it wasn't until that one arc where they figured out that one of the lieutenants was creating infernos, and then and then Shinra came in and like saved the day. Like I thought that was like
Right.
the part where Fire Force started becoming interesting again.
Uh-huh.
No, I was always I was super into Fire Force in the beginning, but I think this latest episode like it maybe just dropped down.
Really? I don't know.
What, the latest
I
one?
thought this latest episode was pretty cool.
Just because like I'm just getting tired of like just Tamaki. She's like
Oh,
really ruining it for
Right,
me.
right, yeah,
Yeah.
that was really disappointing. But I feel like the whole Maki fight scene, I feel like that redeemed it.
was awesome.
Episode, yeah.
Yeah. All right, I'm dead.
I think that's gonna be it for this week's episode. So hopefully next week we can get everyone on. Hopefully we can get Sasha and Peter back so we can talk about One Piece.
Yeah.
Talk about how much Peter hates everyone besides Luffy.
Yeah. We could probably get that conversation too with Sword Art. I'm pretty sure he couldn't care less about anybody else besides
I
Kirito
want to
Asuna.
hear him defend anything in Sword.
I know, man. He hasn't been here. We can't even attack him.
I don't know he's gonna be here till for the rest of the season because I think he's gonna be busy till like Christmas season's over.
Oh,
Yeah.
yikes.
Well, I mean, hopefully, like Sunday will be the day that works best for him. But we will see. We will carry him this season.
Mhm.
All right, so that's gonna be it for this week. I want to thank everyone for listening to the show. I want to thank my panel for being with me here this week.
No problem, man.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you all next week. Bye.
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 Bye bye.